จอเดียวพี่
อันนั้นมันชีบะไงไม่ใช่ชีโร่ใช่
เมื่อวานพี่จัดทั้งฟูเซนเลยจัดทั้งลิสเลย
มันเป็นชิวาว่าบ้างไหม
ใครพูดใครย้ำใครจี้
อย่าจี้คนหน้าตาดีอ่ะ
อย่าจี้ครับรู้สึกผิดไปหมดแล้ว
มีผลด้วยเหรอพี่เลย
โอ้โหพุนหมดเลยเมื่อวาน
Yeah, but a strong lean over towards the B side at the moment for full sense, and you've already starting to see.
มันทนเม็ดเหรอ
เฮ้ยอันนี้ออกแนวมั่วเมื่อกี้
อยากได้เม็ด
No space from Boom. Actually deeper up to A main, just being tempered by Zespi. Bit of a peek in from NC Slasher as well, but as the minute mark approaches on the clock,
โดนมันเนี่ยไม่ได้ผมว่าได้มุมอย่างเงี้ย
นี่กระโดดเช็คก่อนครับถือว่ารอบครอบอยู่มาไล่ไปไม่ให้ดูข่าวตรงกลาง
แต่เขาได้หน้า A เยอะมากเลยนะเนี่ย
แต่บูมยังนิ่งอยู่ B3 มาดิแล้วมีของเบรกในไซส์2อันคิวจอยโดนซีโร่พอยต์ครับต้องเข้าจังหวะนี้แหละนาโนไม่ทำงานเฮ้ยขี้ขวาไม่เป็นใจโอ้โหเฮ้ยสวย
อะไรขึ้น
เหลือตัวครับเหลือตัวครับเหลือตัวครับ
The 1 versus 2, a full stick on the plant.
โอ้โหงานงอกเลยอย่างนี้
แต่เวลาว่ะพี่
โอ้โห
จีเจ็ดแม่งย่ำไม่นี่ระเบิดคิวจอยออกมาเลยพี่
โดนบัฟเจ้าบ้านแน่เลยพอจะระเบิดคนอินโดเชียโหดด้วยดิ
จริงเหรอ
โหดมาก
คือโหดแบบคือลุกขึ้นมาต่อยเราเลย
โอ้โหใครเชียร์ฟิล์มข้ามลุกขึ้นมาซัดเลย
แต่โหดจริงนะที่ขนาดนั้นเลยว่าบอลเขาไอ้นี่เลยให้นักเตะไทยแบบรีบกลับประเทศเลยอ่ะ
จริงเหรอ
ไม่ให้นอนจริงไม่ให้นอนโรงแรมให้กลับประเทศเลยอยู่ในสนามบินเลย
เคยไปแข่งพอยแบงค์ที่อินโดอ่ะโอ้โหก่อนเชียร์อินโดแบบนึกว่าสนามบอล
เมื่อ30 ปีที่แล้วหรอพี่เลย
นานไป
นึกว่าแบบโดนฟันแขนหลุดแล้วก็หยิบแขนมาต่อแล้วกลับบ้าน
โอ้โหไอ้เหี้ย
ไม่น่าจะนั่งไม่น่าจะได้นั่งอยู่ตรงนี้ตอนนี้
ไม่โหดขนาดนั้น
น้องมาฟิวเดียครับ
เหมือนบราซิลอ่ะบราซิลแบบเอเชียผมวะเนี่ยโหจะตาย
ถ้าดูเอง
นี่เหลือ20
เฮ้ยอย่าทะลึ่งกดมั่วนะไอ้สัตว์
ไม่ได้ทั้งตัวเลย
ตัดทัก2ได้ไหม
ได้พี่ผมอนุญาตเอาเลย
Yeah, all for Fox. I mean, you get closer towards your
โดนไก่ยิงตาย
30 seconds to go. It really is going to just be that management of the time yet again. A window of opportunity that could have potentially gone in towards the B side, but you always want to realize that you don't know exactly where your opponents are there. Positioning from Shiro to take the space with Famous in mid, but 15 seconds, Mitch, they just need to die.
Yeah, getting strangled really. They just got to push on in now. It's going to be that.
โอ้โหยังโดนด้วยนะโดนเนตเขาจะตัดได้1
เฮ้ย
แล้วบูปัดไปไหน
ตัดน้อยจัง
But all comes down to the bonus and how they
get
from here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw, you know, in the map against Simpresa, the bonus, you know, we were hoping that we could see something come through for full sense to reset themselves individually together as a team because we've seen some great highlight moments.
ปืนนี้มันดูยิงยาก
We've got a team here that is looking to get back to an international stage, looking to get back to
ปืนนี้ดูยิงง่าย
แล้วปืนอะไรยิงง่ายสุด
เอเดครับ
แน่นอนจริง
เมื่อวานโดนด่าอีกแล้ว
But this one really is going to
ถ่ายไปให้พี่เอ๋ยดูด้วย
still weaker on the side of Boom
มันน่าจะโดนแบบหลายช็อตอยู่ช็อต
with the shotgun so we'll see if the mid space is actually going to be respected.
ลองเปลี่ยนไปใช้จัดน่าจะโดน
They're actually taking the deeper A main space this time
ตัวพี่เอ๋ยด่าแทน
คือบอกกูไม่ช่วย
ไม่ดรอปให้ด้วยปืนนี้
Now I wonder if Fox is just going to do normal sober things and use the drone to go in after this 0 point.
โอ้แล้วปืนแบบ
that famous isn't actually
ปืน
going
นี้
to
ว่ะที่น้องพี่โดนใครโดนมั้ย
that dart as well because this is the element of surprise.
เฮ้ยฟ็อก
as I was
ยัง
mentioning
ดี
the
เช็ค
drone
ยังดี
where
ใช้
it
โดน
comes
แต่
from,
ระวัง
he
มัน
needs
จะ
to
ออกมา
time
ตอนนี้แหละไอ้เหี้ย
work with it. It is
โอ้โห
เฮียแล้วอย่างผิว
บ้า
โอ้ my god
เอาปืน
เฮ้ย
ไปยิงไอ้สัตว์
เฮียผิวสัตว์
โอ้โห
เฮ้ยวาร์ปอะไรเฮ้ยไอ้ยี่นี่เมาพี่
จะเอาเพย์
แล้ว actual problematic position
เอา
there
เพ
too.
ย์
Bit of a funny one when the Bucky goes
เฮ้ย
in
โอ้ยเฮีย
and removes it.
เฮ้ยแต่
Yes,
ผม
it
ว่า
is
เช็คมุม
retrievable
นั้น
right
บ้า
now, but
จัด
you
อะ
are
ช็อต
a
เนี้ย
player down as full
บ้าจริง
sense. You've got no
อัพดา
smoke
มายิงแล้ว
from
แดดกลับ
Leviathan. You actually just
กูจะไม่พี่เอ๋ยแดดไปใส่ต่อนะเมื่อกี้
ผมว่าเช็คมุมนี้
to
เช็คแล้ว
โอเค
เจอไง
รู้ว่ามี
นี่ปะ
แฟกเมนต์แฟกเมนต์เอ้ย
อู้ทำ
โอเค
That's a great trade out.
ได้อยู่3-3 ครับ แต่เวลาน้อยจัด
Really got ugly for full sense in the previous
ซูชิต้องเดินได้ ซูชิ ซูชิ เอ้ย สวยอ้าวไซส์เหลือตัวเดียว
Beautiful medium rare.
โอ้ยแล้วไม่ได้เช็คขวาไง
เอ้า
โอ้โห
An absolute butchering up towards the
ไอ้
ace
เฮียมันอร่อยได้ยังไงวะตรงเนี้ย
ไม่มัน
Incompletion.
มันมารีโพซิชันมาฉลาดด้วยเอเมนตาย2อะคนเข้ามามันไม่น่าเช็คขวา
มันเพิ่งส่งแฟลชให้เจ็ดไม่ใช่เหรอ
คิดว่าส่งมาจากเฮเว่นวะ
ส่งมาจากในไซต์อะไรเงี้ย
เมื่อกี้จอรีบวิ่งไปตู้ไฟเลยไปหาแต่ไม่ใช่ว่ะ
This play
Premium.
of the game, Komodo, the aggression to
เกิน
be
ไป
able
ช็อ
to
ต
have
นี้
that
โอ้
level
ยิง
of
ไวด้วย
confidence to go in, and this is what I mean,
แต่มันปล่อยจอนไหลไปก่อนเลยดิ
They don't know where to sort of
John
position
Dad,
themselves. They
get
caught
on.
off and then they end up not clearing out.
Yeah, back to the pistols for full sense as well. Got to get a little bit more risky. They can
Yeah.
push towards this orb. They'll get the Hunter's Fury for Fox.
แต่ด่านนี้มันด่านโคตรกัน
Are you going to be relying on that?
แต่เราได้ผมบอกให้ด่านนี้ชิวอย่าไปตื่นตระหนก
Waiting out. Couple of key pieces of utility.
In
You
your
don't
son.
wanna see any overextensions from Boom. What's worked so far
Oi,
is
oi, oi,
gorgeous
oi.
for them, and you start to get a
Tokjai,
sense
tokjai.
right here.
ปืนมัน
There
ลั่น
is
ปืนมัน
A
ลั่น
main control. You're starting with the one ways. You're getting Zespi, then putting.
นี่ก็เมาๆอยู่นะ
later on.
เมื่อกี้โอเมนก็วาร์ปมั่วอยู่
จะรีบวางไปเก็บปืนนึกว่าไม่มีคน
อยากได้ปืนอยากได้ปืน
Right, you know, they're in a bit of an awkward position, but with that Aldrone coming out, they should start to gather some info. The denial from the paranoia. And
Ui, em
Zespi
không khoảng
feeling a little bit
tuổi.
awkward
Chụp
here,
bông
but he's
bắp
managed to
bướp.
get away.
Về cái bên
Jonas
tuổi
has
chặt.
managed to at least push the narrative, knock them off the side, taking some control. We might
Mà
very
Hoàng
well
Gia
see a
của bọn
spike
hay
down
thật
here,
nhỉ?
but Shiro, is that the spike drop? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. And look at the flank that's starting to
จังหวะประตูแม่งโดนยิงฟรี
really late when they
ได้
start to
ได้ลุ้น
establish
อยู่
the
ได้ลุ้นอยู่
spike now.
They might try to deny this straight
โอ
off
เค
the
แล้ว
rip,
ได้
or
วาง
will
โอเค
they
แล้วพี่
just
Timing
wait
Sushi
for it?
Boy.
Again, it's just
ผมว่า
a
ได้
bit about
ได้
making
ตัด
them
ได้
question
ตัด
their own
3อ่ะ
decision-making here.
รอให้ซีบิวตายใจก่อน
A little bit of a slow offense here, and now
Timing
they
ng
start to
team.
push on in, trying to take all that control. Famous finding
Âu.
Leviathan. And Shiro
เฮียอะไรเนี่ย
It's just looking way too easy.
โอ้โห
ไม่เจอหน้าคนเลยพี่ตายหมดแล้ว
It's absolutely beautiful from Boom. It's
ไอ้เหี้ย
like
สโม
a
กลง
symphony
ใส่
right
นี่มัน
now.
โคตรเชี่ยเลยตร
The
งนี้
way they managed to make their way in, there is no hesitation
สโม
at
กรีเทค
all. And they are looking just on point right now.
And the biggest thing that
Mela,
you
mela,
need
mimi
to see is the fact that they are cohesive in a situation like this as well. To get into the grand final in front of your home crowd, you need an alpha to lead this wolf pack right now. And you can see the coordination from them. There was no second guessing. Everybody was on the exact same page on what you want to do. And I'll add the caveat that it is against an eco. But these are the protocols that a
น้อง
game
ลุง
of
ไว
Valorant
เกิน
in
ครับผม
a high stakes environment that you need to just ensure you're still able to do. You're not getting flustered. You're not getting worried in these scenarios.
แย่ละ
Lone Wolves.
ถ้าวินนี้ไม่ได้นี่
in a pack.
น่าต้อง
รอบนี้ได้
ต้อง
รอบนี้
พอ
ได้
ดคุยก่อน
Game here. So no
ตรงนี้
operator
ได้
for John Olsen.
Yeah, still with the outlaw, so we'll see what damage can be delivered with this one. I mean, apart from PDC, the rest of the squad do have the full shield.
And a fair bit of space here for free.
วันนี้ไม่ได้ดูนะ CS เดี๋ยวออกไปข้างนอกนะ
The Killjoy set
แล้วกลับมา
as
เดี๋ยว
well,
พัก
over to
เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้
the
เซต
inside at a pretty paramount time,
พรุ่งนี้เซต
I'm
นั
not
ดจริง
gonna
นะ
lie. Jiro with the Hunter's
เช้า
Fury
เซ
if
ต
he wants to rip it
จัด
in.
ให้เน้น
He's taking a
อุ้ย
pretty
เฮียแม่งกด
tiny
มั่ว
beat
ๆเกือบ
at
โด
the
น
moment.
So close with those
Tiểu mày.
shots as well, completely
Ôi,
blocked
ôi.
by Shiro.
Ồ.
But he actually manages to put
กิโลไอ้สัตว์
Shiro's in the
ผม
dirt there.
Yeah, and just immediately stopping any mid proceedings as well because there was just a little bit of a battle in through the market.
Your boy
So now you
Your
got
boy
a
TJ ครับผม
ยิง
โอ้โห
ปืน
แล้วนี่
ยิง
ขยี้ข้ามวันเลยนะ มัน
ยังไง
คนเราผิดพลาดกันบ้าง
ยังไงไหม
Killjoy utility.
Get that info. Turret now destroyed. Gonna have to make this one work here, Komodo. Once again,
เล่น
Zespi.
ไหมเล่นไหมเล่น
Gonna
ไหม
have to catch a few out with that paranoia
Nghe máy,
here.
máy,
So
tao đum,
walking
đum,
on
đum.
in, Berserker
Nó bên nhiêu, bên nhiêu.
Ui.
point. Spike drop.
เทส
BTC will meet his maker here. John
Ui.
Olsen with the trade.
อุ้ย
ยังเอาไปหนึ่ง
And now they
Fox
found
ช่วย
a little
Fox
bit
ช่วย
of extra
เฮ้ย
space here. Leviathan will
โอ้แล้ว
try
ดอกเมื่อกี้โดน
to
2
surround
เนี่ย
Hunter's Fury.
Good
Con đường.
damage though, down to 70 and a player advantage for this retake for Boom too.
Not a bad one.
ได้แล้ว
First sort of
ว่า
real
เรานี้ได้แล้ว
opportunity that we've seen. You know, the Outlaw's not the best weapon, and now that
เอามา
Hunter
เอามาหนึ่ง
Zero
โอ้โห
immediately
มัน
makes
ผิว
it.
มันผิว
เอว
ดิ
มันดี
Good damage here. Leviathan in the spot. He will be able to get that additional
Ang
dark
lumalop
cover, but
din.
it looks like they're moving.
Uy,
And
ho.
down the line,
Pao.
Leviathan, we've seen him being
Oh,
able to
like,
focus,
yeah.
but it's so hard. You know, how are you supposed to
My
get
God.
those 1v1 moments and go for the clutch when Boom's just all up in your
ต้องทำเอา
grill?
ละ
Yeah, a really big risk for Shiro.
Yeah,
pushing
how many
B main
do
at
I
the very
anti
beginning of the round, but a
Thrasher?
massive reward because they removed one player in Sushi Boys, you know, whose turret usually is the instigator to see if there's any deeper B main pushes coming out. To give
NC
you
มัน
the
ลั่นมา
spot
ตั้งแต่
to go
วัน
for
ก่อน
the
แหละ
kill. So the fact that that happens there, you've got the
เก็บ
player
แผน
advantage going
เก็บแผน
in
อะไร
towards
ค
the
รับ
retake here,
เก็บแผน
and
ไป
it
ไหน
is two very spread positions from Fox and
Sell,
Leviathan.
sell, sell.
You can't really assist each other when you're playing Hell and in main. That dart, you
Not
can,
all
you know,
on the same page, I think, is the
ไหว
perfect way
เอา
of
นี้
doing
แหละ
it.
ได้
Still potentially a little bit
เหี้ย
shaky
ควรได้
from
ได้
this
แล้ว
series.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll start to see if this is where they do bounce back, right? On the back of the timeout, small adjustments with a bit of
Chẳng
a
hại,
lean
không nghĩ
back
gì mới
towards this
chơi lại.
B-side yet again, dodging out that 0 point, but no budging from Boom. They don't need to.
อืม
Operator in the hands of Famous that
เป้า
has
มัน
to
ดูด
give
เหรอหรืออะไร
you a little bit of concern.
จอน
Out of space.
Yeah, and a deep dark
ขอ
cover
ลั่น
as
ลั่น
well. Actually not going to be spotted at the moment.
เอาไป
by
สาม
Boom,
หัว
so
จอน
this
บอก
is
เดี๋ยวจัดให้
worrisome for Shiro and for NC Slasher.
Rotation
จอน
play.
จัดที่ไหน
This is the first one, yeah, where they seem
เอา
to
ละครับ
have
จังหวะนี้แหละ
เออ
สวย
นี่ไงเอาไปก่อนหนึ่งอีกสองเดี๋ยวตามหาก่อนอีกสองไอสัตว์มา
NC Slasher has been
มา
โอ้โหไอ้นี่แหละ
เดี๋ยวเราหน้าเจอ
and take it. He's got the ultimate ready for it.
You can wait for the retake. You're exactly right. You've got the blades for Famous.
Hello.
The operator
Check
isn't
side on, check
priority,
side. Yeah.
and you've got NC Slasher with the null command. You'll wait for Zespi to get a second dark cover on.
อุ๊ยแล้ว
the
ฟ้อง
main
อยู่หลัง
as they
ให้ไง
start to clear out mid. Now it's eyes on the
โอ้
retake.
มีนูคอมมานด์เลยดิ
Here for these post plans positions for full sense right now. They've set them up to perfection.
ฟ้องอะไรอัพ
Now they
ข้าง
just
นอก
need
เหร
to
อ
make sure they can at least push
ไม่
back
น่า
on
มี
this
อะ
offense.
อุ๊ยแล้วเขาเช็ค
เขาน่าจะคิดว่าเมนป่ะแต่ฟอร์มอ้อมอีกทีจะโอ้โหฟอร์มอ้อมไกลไปว่ะ
Activation.
จะทันไหมน่ะผมว่าไม่ทันนะเนี่ย
โอเมนได้ยินโอเมนได้ยินเนี่ย
ฟองวิ่งแล้ว
โอเมนได้ยิน
อุ้ยสวย
ไม่ได้ยินไม่สนไงได้ยินแต่ไม่สนพี่ ไม่สนไง
มันมีคนยิงอยู่
อ๋อ
ว่ะ
เสียงในงานมันดัง เสียงในงานมันดัง
ถ้าได้ยินแล้วไม่สนมันก็ไร้ค่าไงพี่
เหมือนได้ยิน
ความรักที่
ได้ยิน
ผม
บอกเป็นภาษา
บอก
เรื่องเสียงอยู่
Yeah, the
เสียง
fact
มัน
that
ดัง เสียงมันดัง
Fox repositions himself
ได้ยิน
after
แต่
he
ไม่
gets
สน
found by the
พี่เอ้ย
Shiro
เหมือน
point
ความ
as
รัก
well.
ไงพี่เอ้ย
Generally
เหมือน
from
ความ
Sorry, we
รัก
might expect them to
ทำไม
stay
อะ
in towards main.
อ้าวเหี้ย
Looking after the flank.
ผมอุต
You've
ส่าห์
got
ชงไว้
Dart
พี่
coming
ถามทำไม
later towards the tree
อ้าว
inside.
ไร้ค่า
Just
ว่ะ
put it
พี่
over towards the plat. You get a great scan, you can go for the wall. But
นึกให้ถามกลับอีกที
the fact that he just removes himself, goes to the flank, activates a little bit later on with the team in a delayed crossfire as well. That works really well for Full Sense to
บอก
close
แล้ว
that
เดี๋ยว
round.
เอาให้
A much more
Deal.
synergized approach there from full
อีก
sense.
เนี่ย
We
อีก
need
ราว
to
เลย
see a
โมเมนตัม
continuation
ราวเนี้ย
of that narrative.
ถ้าได้
Yeah, back to the standard
อันติเยอะด้วย
over at A
อ้าว
main.
สวยไป
B
เปิดมา
main, Hero
มา
fire.
แล้ว
โอ้แล้วมายังไงเนี่ย
โมเมนตัมเริ่มมา
จะมาเก็บโอ๊คไอ้หมอนี่
ตื่นช้าหน่อยใช่ไหม
Reading the
ตื่
play,
นช้าแต่
finally
ตื่นนะ
seeing a bit of momentum, and it's going to go back on his SB. I mean, they've got the positioning
มื
here.
อขวาเนียน
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยมันเริ่มหลุดแล้ว โดนจะยิงไม่โดนเลยตอนนี้
อ่ะสรุปยิงโดนไม่โดนหน่อยพี่
เออมันยิง โอ้โห มันยิงโดนของโซวาไม่โดน เฮ้ย
เฮ้ยอะไรเฮ้ย
นี่แม่งเอาเรื่องอยู่
โมจัดโมจัดเลย
ต้องเจอลูกม่วงอย่างนี้
มัวจับ
แม่งมาทำอย่างนี้แล้วแม่งจะรอดพี่ นี่มันเป็นใครวะ
ขึ้นเลยใช่ไหม บินไปไหมพรุ่งนี้ยังทันนะ
เอ้ยไม่ไหวว่ะพี่ ไม่ผมปวดท้องไม่ใช่อะไร
อ๋อ
ใจผมก็ไหวอยู่
เซฟเลย
ได้ยินเสียงว่าเมื่อกี้เหมือนได้ยินเสียงมันโดดอยู่แถวสวน
Berserks has had so much impact throughout the course of this
ปล่อยเซฟไป
playoffs.
สไนอ่ะยิงไม่โดนหรอก
He needs to save and reserve his frenzy
Hey,
for another time. Making the right decision
เป็น
here
ส
to
ไน
save.
ด่านเซนแล้วนึกถึงพี่บ้าน
Yeah, I'm just looking at what Full Sense have up their sleeve.
ที่บ้านที่ยิงโดนทุกนัดแต่เหรอ
Command with a lockdown that can actually be
เลิกซื้อแล้วสไน
normal execute right drop the lockdown.
ไอ้เฮียแม่งก็ยังไม่เลิกด้วยนะไอ้สัตว์มีตังค์เท่าไหร่ก็กด
มันไม่สนไง
ฝืน
เหมือนมึงยิงเอามันน่ะมึงไม่ยิงเอาคนเลย
ไม่เขาเรียกอะไรนะปืนแพงสุดต้องดีที่สุดดิดีสุดจริงแต่ถ้ายิงไม่โดนอ่ะ
น้องพี่สวัสดีครับ สรุปไม่ได้ตื่นครับผม ตื่นมาก็ไม่ทันครับ เขาบอกว่ารองเท้าหมดตั้งแต่ยังไม่ถึงเวลากดเลย งงเหมือนกัน
มันนี่
อ๋อมันเดินจะเดินมาตัด
Contact
เดิน
bomb
เลน
อะ
Yeah, I don't think Shiro is going to be pushing.
ดูโดนวิ่งยิงหัว
Right, we've seen it really early. You might look to do it a little bit differently, but just fall back on your laurels of.
ราวนี้ก็ได้
get out
พี่
your
ชิว
start, see if they shoot it. If you don't, wait a few seconds.
เต้แบ่ง energy น้องพีมาบ้าง
ได้นี้น่าจะไหลแล้วเนี่ย
ผมว่าจบบีพี่จบบีราวนี้ฟูเซนจบบี
น้องพีเติมมาวันนี้
ผมว่าฟูเซนจบบีเชื่อเลย
ออกมาน่ากลัวจัด
อยู่ A4 เลยนะตอนนี้
อันนี้
มาหลอก
เรียกของพี่มันเรียกของเนี่ยเดี๋ยวก็ไปแล้ว
A4 ก็แค่กระดาษพี่อย่าไปกลัวเข้าเลย
โอ้แต่บูมมันเช็คหน้า A ดิมันรู้ว่าดิ
เนี่ยก็เลยมาช็อตก่อนเดี๋ยวมาทื่อก่อนไหว
Actually good relocation as well to get the op back on towards the mid line, but if you miss a shot or hit the shot as famous, can actually get overwhelmed.
โอ้ยเฟก
เดี๋ยวบอกแล้วจบบีใช่ไหมผมอ่านขาดพี่
เฮ้ย
เดี๋ยว
ไอ้เหี้ยได้ต้องได้
ซูชิต้องได้โอ้โหแต่ว่าสไปโอเคสไปไม่ตก PC เราเล่นตัดตรงกลางครับตัวโรเทตเอ้ย
It's going to be a pincer approach now, and the paranoia is starting to set on in, but he's missed it. It's not going to matter, however. All onto Fox. Pushes on in, has to go for this lockdown, has to try and get the.
กระโดดไม่ไปโดนสกอร์เมาส์ผมเคย
You can just see that they're laughing at it because they saw and they knew exactly what happened when you're in the spectator slot for your team and you know you're getting pushed.
อันนี้คือข้อเสียของการตั้งกระโดดไปที่ลูกยิงมาครับผม
You want to switch over to Berserk
ได้ผิวนะแต่เวลายิง
you see them jump. Yeah, you have to have a laugh about that one as Boom, but for full sense, I mean, they're not laughing right now. That was, yeah, that's a problem.
If you know, you know.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we've all been there, the veterans of the TAC FPS. I think that was a great approach there. Seemed like Boom were able to sort of regain some comfort in that round, and yeah, the crowd is just speaking for itself really at this point in time. I really hope you guys can hear it over our mics. Hey,
ไหวผมว่าไหวอยู่เฮียกูคิดว่ากูไม่ไหวว่ะกูโอดิน
โอดินอันนี้โหด
ยิง
บอกยิง
มันท่าเป้าเลยด้วยนะประเด็น
สวน
โอ้ยมาดิ
เอาเจ็บ
บอกเลยชิโร่เสียเปรียบนะมุมนั้นน่ะ
วันเวเอ้าเฮียไอจอนโดนวันเวนี่ว่ะ
โอ้ยชกแต่โคตรแรง
เฮ้ย
เฮ้ยแฟดเลยล่ะ
อุ้ยเอา
And now Famous trying to get in towards
สวย
เสียหายเลย
ลำบากเลย
ได้ยินเสียงฟอกด้วย
They've heard the order.
โดนมั้ยเนี่ยเดี๋ยวโดน
เสียหายเลยครับ
Boom realized the fact that at that late point when they're on the site and the Hunter's Fury is coming down, the lockdown's there, they are stuck. They cannot go to the back of the site
and wait for that to
explode, so they have to try and escape. But the fact that they do it in numbers, swing together, holding each other's hands, everybody's looking at the right spot. I want to highlight those flash drives that actually come on through for Boom as well, and the assistance that comes from them at the later side of the stage. The flash, you saw it happen with both players.
มันคลิกรัวๆหรือมันคลิกค้างวะ
ค้างเลย
เมื่อกี้ค้างเหรอ
โอดินใช่ไหม
ไม่แวนดอล
ดูทันมาที่เป็นโอดิน
Bit of a loppy buy from them to come in right now. Really want to see John Olsen be the tip of the spear.
น้ำหยดเหรอ
0 point. What's that? 4 pinged out.
ไม่มีแม่ไม่มีแต่เสียงอะไร
กึกไม่ดีหรอ
ขูด
โอ้โห
นี่แบบ
เสียงอยู่นะ
อุ้ยนึกว่าโดน
เฮียแล้วไงโอ้โห
แล้วมุมมันโคตรเชี่ยเลย
กลับยังไงอ่ะ
มีวาร์ปต้องยิงทำไรลูก
โอเมนมองให้ด้วยป่ะโอเมนมองอยู่ด้วย
โอ้โห
มันใจเย็นจัด
It's one by one by one. Choo-choo, the train of Boom is arriving at the station. Leviathan, 1 versus 5. Shots hard to deny.
Oh my god.
They are doing exactly what they did to Riddle yesterday.
ด่านกันครับผมวันนี้
ด่านกันพี่ด่านกัน
ค่อนข้างกันด้วยเยอะด้วย
84ได้อยู่พี่มีภาพ84ได้จนปะวะได้อยู่
ถ้าแพ้นี้ก็เรียบร้อย
อันนี้ก็เป็นรุ่น93
แล้วบูมแบบต้องได้2วินแบบมีบูมมีปืนทุกวิน
ผมมันก็ไม่ทำอะไรพี่เนาะ
นมควรทีนึงมันสกิดเขา
โดนมันอ่ะโดนนั่นน่ะ
โดนนิดนึง
โดนเหมือนกันนะโดนเหมือนกัน
โหไม่ตายไปเลยวะ
เดี๋ยววัยรุ่นโอดินทะเลาะกัน
ต้องมิดมอนะ
มันเตรียมแล้วอะถ้าบีเซตมันกดแน่
มันจะอันติมันอันติเลยว่ะ
อุ้ยแล้วโดนฟล็อก
สวยจังวะ
โห
นี่แม่งมาก่อนยิงด้วยเมื่อกี้กูเห็นเอาเราเช็คเจอโอ้ยไปปืน
โอ้ยทำกี่ได้สักหัว
at the front of B main as well, so this actually should give Berserk's comfort in the fact that it is
going to be
อะลามวางโคตรลึกอะ
Big over rotation though, so there will be at least a bit of a weakened approach. Lambot denied, Cloud burst in, now they try to make the entry. John Olsen taking very
กว่าจะถึงไซต์ตายฮะ
ไปกดเปิดประตูกำโอ้
จอนบอกไม่ได้เล่นอุ้ยเอาไป2มั้ยเนี่ย
Now Leviathan trying to take some control, but this is the famous you're looking for. More notorious. Superstardom is his destiny. Sushi Boy's trying to
find
famous once more.
ไหวเลยเฮียเมื่อกี้การเปิดประตูเฉย
I was in awe. And this time we've got more eyes on him. More importance. They want to repeat.
ทำไมพอขึ้นเวทีมา
แย่ And they're looking good for it right now, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of questioning. Likewise at the desk.
ใครมันไปปิดประตูแต่เมื่อไหร่วะ
ไออินโดน่าปิดไปแต่แรกเพราะว่าเขาเล่นแพ็คในไซส์ไง
And we're asking Famous, where are you? You have disappeared on the jet, on the raise. He's back. He's back in towards the server. But who is still not present? Who was not present for full sense yesterday? John Olsen.
Jakarta traffic's caught him. He's stuck. 2 hours from the airport, John. Get moving quickly, mate. No.
แต่ถ้า12นี่ยากมากนะ
into the last round of this half as well, right? So you've got a couple of guardians in the mix, only from the shadows for the Leviathan. He's held on
มายังไง
but it is quick.
เฮ้ยไม่โดนเหรอ
เฮ้ย
เอาดิมาดิ
93
Still alive.
แล้วเจ็ดมันรอดเหรอน่ะ
And he has taken John Olsen again. Scalp for scalp, this man has been able to do it, but it simmers. Fight can be planted, waiting to hold position. It is agent v agent.
เฮ้ยหวานเจี๊ยบอย่างเงี้ย
It's not going to matter. Berserks though, he's managed to slip the wickets here. I don't know if he's going to see it.
They saw it. They pinged it on the floor.
And they all go for it all at once. They don't know exactly where he is.
โอเคได้1
โอเคนี่โอเคแล้วอันนี้โอเคแล้ว
93ได้
Two players that can be relied on now. Famous. He's got the narrowly misses those shots and now all onto Berserk.
คอร์ดกัน
โอ้ยนี่จะฟอกตายนี่งานงอกกันเนี่ย
ไหวชิล
เฮ้ย
ไหวชิล
รู้ตำแหน่งด้วยดิ
ไหวชิลอันนี้ชิลเลยน้อง
ไอ้เงี้ยวันเวย์สมอง
มอบดิเจอวันเวย์อย่างเงี้ย
means more than you could ever know in that half for full sense.
We've already seen 9-3 comebacks come through for Boom, so why can't full sense get it here to push us into overtime?
นี้จำได้ว่าเจเรมี่ตอนที่กันอ่ะก็ยิ้มแบบนี้แหละแบบเฟมันเนี่ยปีแล้วพอตอนบุกรอยยิ้มเริ่มหายไปแต่ก็พอๆกันเลยนะ14-6แต่กลายเป็น14-16
จาก12นี่โดนคัมแบ็กไอ้สัส
แผ่วไปเหรอ
เก็ตกูมามงรอยยิ้มที่หาย
เต้เชื่อไหม
เชื่อพี่น้องผมไม่ใช่คนเจ้าชู้
ธรรมดาพี่เอ้ยคืนนี้ออกไหม
ออกอยู่แล้วครับคืนนี้
อุ้ยพี่เป็นคนเจ้าชู้หรือเปล่า
ไม่ใช่นัดออกไปคอนเสิร์ตไง
คอนเสิร์ตเหรอพี่เอ้ย
ใช่เก่ามาเลย
จอน
investing enough into it here though. This could be timing.
ด้วยจอน
John Olsen actually caught off guard, maybe peeking a little bit too
อุ้ย
early.
สวยครับ
แล้วฟอกคมไงแล้วช็อตตัดตัวเองไปเลย
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยวอะไรอ่ะ
จะทำอะไรวะ Now they can all wrap in together.
คำนวณไม่ถูกเลยเมื่อกี้
They were a little bit disjointed. Now they need to
โอ
be
เคไหมน้อง
well oiled, well drilled, moving as a
น่าจะ
unit
คออยู่
here.
คอเอาอยู่
เฮ้ย
ผมพูดไงแล้วไม่มีคนช็อตก็เลยจะตัวเองไป
For their moment, for their
เอา
time.
เหี้ย
And
เลย
Shiro, again, the man that we've kept their eyes on firmly here.
Mhm.
Is another
Oh.
four. These shot bolts have been brilliant. And now all of the Sushi boys, this is the thing again. Full sense this hesitation. They cannot let Boom get 10. But they've got it all for them. And they've set
โน
up
มอ
this
93
narrative, this storyline has been built for them, Boom, to open it right up.
Yeah, little bit unfortunate there for John Olsen as well, just being patient at the back of the side.
พี่ผมไม่กล้าเลี้ยงแมวแล้ว
if
ก็
anyone
แก๊ก
would
ก็
actually
แก๊ก
pull
ทั้งวัน
clear
วะ
him, losing teammates on the
คืออะไร
side.
มันมาแบบว่า
You know, the idea that you got to
ถู
get
ขา
your
เลย
team
อ่ะ
back into it, right?
แมวทำอยู่ข้างนอกไม่รู้เสียงอะไรเป็นเสียงอะไรนี่
ร้อน
You want to build your own confidence, you get taken out, and that was a 3 versus 3
มันเล่น
on
พลา
the
สติกอยู่
retake.
มัน
There
เล่น
was
กันเอง
just some really nice position watching to come through from Boom.
อ้าว
Some really nice
ไม่ใช่
timing
แมว
on the
แต่เป็น
0
น้อง
point.
แพท
Zesby got the dark cover as well at the end, and
ใช่
the boys couldn't do anything. So pistol to Boom really
จ้างมา
makes
เด็ก
it
เอ็น
more
เนี่ย
difficult
เด็ก
now
เอ็น
for Full
ทำไม
Sense
ไม่
to
เปิด
get
กล้อง
back
อ่ะ
into this one.
ไม่รู้
All
ไม่มีกล้อง
five
ไม่มีอ่ะ
ไม่มีก็แย่นะ
อ๋อ
That's just the
มีแต่
simple
ข้าว
เรา
storyline
จะได้
for
มา
Boom.
แบบว่าดูรีแอคชั่นเธอสองคน
ได้
เฮ้ย
เราเปิดนะแต่
Zero
เขา
taking a lot of B main
เขาโปร
space
นะ
right
เขาไม่ให้
even
ใส่
on that
เสื้อ
push
ใส่กางเกง
around.
ไม่เป็นไรผมก็แก้ผ้าอยู่
From Full Sense on this
ไม่
defensive
เป็นไรนะ
side,
คะ
you know, are we going to get the idea that it's going to be more reactive? Because that's how it was a little bit against JFT. An unknown team, technically, and how they play a little bit untoward. They're running in an ISO, for example.
เฮ้ย เฮ้ย
เฮ้ย
That's
ยิง
how
ส
it
วย
really worked
สแต็ก
out
ผิด
for
ไซส์
Full
เลย
Sense.
คือพี่บัง
He's gonna pull the plug,
เหี้ยแล้ว
getting his way
ไม่ใช่
back, put all the eggs in one
That's
basket,
it.
but unfortunately it looks like
แต่
they
ผิด
dropped
ไซ
it.
ส์
Yeah, now that you see nothing going in towards the side, I guess you kind of know that it is going to be that pistol stack over at Bravo, so you can play it to your heart's content, and you can just set up essentially right now for Boom, hold on to all of these guns for that bonus.
They were still so perfect with their offense though, right? Leaving no stone unturned, Boom.
อะไรของพี่
Now, all they have to do is just make sure they don't drop the ball. Gonna
โอเคไม่เป็น
get
ไร
the pace behind this. Just the pistols for Full Sense. It would be such a moment for them. Bring this back. Fragment sort of denies the close nature.
Ui.
Heaven, but again, I need to see the head-to-head between Famous and John Olsen right now. Last man standing in the life, and he will find one, but they're all looking at him. And he will be shut
ต้องเปิดขึ้นมา
down.
แป๊บนึง
You got to see the timing actually from Boom at the back end of that one as well. When the flash drive comes,
ไหวทำไมจะไม่ไหวพี่ราวนี้แหละ
blinding out the players on the side. There
แล้
was
วเดี๋ยว
an
ไหลยาว
immediate
เลย
reaction from NC Slayer to Slasher to throw his own, and it blinded all the Full Sense guys coming out of the rafters too. So just really key point to be
ไป
seen
เจอกัน
from
ที่
him
OT
there. Again, I think just the cohesiveness and the coordination of this game plan is being executed flawlessly from Boom on this map. Full Sense, I mean, we're talking about it. The pistol round was essentially the round needed to get back into it. If it's not a pistol round and you're not getting the second round, it's the bonus. You have to start this one, and it has to be clean.
You can be a little bit stressed about a 9-3, but much less so for an 11-3. Skies definitely put up a fake comeback earlier in the online stages of a similar caliber, but I don't know if Full Sense has it in them right now, and I've been backing them since the very get-go.
Yeah, well, let's
พี่
see.
บอกแล้ว วงในไม่ได้โกหก
Short for Boom, a bit of a push in for PDC.
อุ้ยสวย
Catching Zesby with the util out now. You
เฮ้ย
start
เฮ้ย
transitioning
เฮ้ย
to the side of
เฮ้ย
Boom, but
เฮ้ย
immediately
โอ้
เป็นยังไง
I was going to say some initiative from
Ah, the
PTC,
deep.
but in the exact same flip of the coin, PTC does manage to get one and into
Oi.
one, and he wants the drink, but Famous!
Oh.
Once more, John Olsen punished, taken down, Jet diffed all of the above. And PTC
PJ boy
tries to get something
เรา
done,
ขยี้
has
ไม่หยุด
been
เลยนะ
shut down as well.
คนเราผิดพลาดกันทีเดียวนี่ต้องขยี้
Two Fox.
ข้ามวันขนาดนี้เลยเหรอ
3 versus 2 scenario.
ยิง
They're
ทะลุ
watching
ใต้
the
ตีน
line.
ตายสองได้ไหม
Shiro
มีภาพปะ
tucked in.
โอ้โห
Two
น่าจะ
buddy system
พอ
under hell.
พอเจ็คคอมมันนั้นอ่ะ
And they are looking to bring out the fury. They are all focused on towards
Yeah.
NC Slasher. Now Fox has to try clear, has to be that 1v1. But Famous once more, he's just doing his part. He doesn't even need to be the solo hero. Doesn't even need to be the champion.
Yeah.
He's doing his job, and that is shutting down
12-3 เลยเหรอ
his opposition.
Yeah, and he just had to remain hidden in hell there as well. NC Slasher position reveal when he went for the wall bang up towards the rafters.
โหดจังเลยเจ้าบ้าน
The rest of the team playing for the time at the back of it. Together as a unit in tandem, they make sure they're just overwhelming and playing advantages.
18-8. versus 5 and 14. That is a storyline in itself.
Yeah, John Olsen has really had some struggles on this stage.
Just the head-to-head, right?
The starting of this bracket, gorgeous, absolutely coming out from him. But right now, not so much. It's a bit of a faster one for Boom. They're trying to end it here.
They want to close it out as quickly as they can.
โอ้โหยังดีได้ไปหนึ่ง
Maybe it's enough, maybe it's not. NC Slasher gets a nice response.
มาว่ะ
มันห่างไป
ช้าไปเลย
ไม่เป็นไรพี่เจอที่ OT ไหว
And it's a power position and a power play.
เดี๋ยวมันโยนอีก3ราวเนี่ยโยนทิ้งเลย บูมอะ
แบบนี้ใครเลือกนะ
เรา
เซฟหรือแอสปา
ไม่แบบ
คืออะไรน้องก๊อตเซฟหรือแอสปาคืออะไรอ่ะ
playing with lesser than you were just equipped with if a round stretches it out, right? So the fact that they actually managed to get this one over the
เลยมันถ้าไม่นับรอบสเตจไม่นับรอบเวทีก็ลั่นนะพับจอละครั้งพี่เป็นอยู่ครับ
ใช่ครับ
บางทีเล่นเสร็จเอาติดแท็บกับพับจอค้าง
ก็จะหาแบบหูฟัง
แล้ว
มา
เสียงใน
เกมเพย์แพท
เสียงใน TS เสียงใน Discord คุยได้ปกติ
มันต้อง
แต่
ต่อ
ทำ
มิ
ไม่
เตอร์
ได้เลย
ไม่รู้
They got the right utility at the right spot. They've pushed it
แต่แบบหู
main as well. So
เจ็ด
they're
เด้อ
kind of what's necessary.
Hey.
The game is already in, right? They're already managed
นี่ไงว้าบอ่ะน้อง
อุ้ย
นี่ไงมาแล้ว
โอ้โหแล้ว
เข้ามาดิ
You can hear the silence.
แล้วมาแล้วครับ
บอกแล้วมองไปที่ OT พี่ เราไหว แต่เหนื่อยหน่อย
ไกลไม่ใช่ว่าไม่ถึงใช่ปะ
ถูก
ใจคอมันจะไม่เอาสักวินเลยหรอ
ไม่เอาหรอก
ไปปิด GPU ใน Windows
หาคีย์ไง
An info position.
It's a power
อ๋อใช่เหรอ
เล่นกันหมดแล้ว
pace though, right?
เอา
แม่ง
ปิด
รอด
ไง
แม่งใส่แพมเพิร์สนะมันรู้ไง
Information comes back from PTC, but John Olsen, he's taken down Shiro in the process. It's just a
ได้ด้วยเนี่ย
2v5 here, and they're looking to slip up short. Spotted out.
เฮ้ย
Files will be
ได้ยิน
denied.
เสีย
There
ง
we
โดด
go.
ได้ยินเสียงโดด
Looks like it's
น้อง
going to
ยัง
be
ไงน้อง
all okay here for Fox.
ช่วยกูด้วยฟองบอกช่วยกูด้วย
โอ้ my god
But then traded out immediately by Leviathan. But I don't even think we can talk about the economic game anymore, Komodo, right? Because they're just so far ahead.
You still will need to, though, when it comes to full sets, right? You still just have to make sure they're playing with the pass marks. 3 at least, juggling guns if they need to get all these abilities up. This is where
แต่ว่ามันเป็น
a
นั่
little
น
bit of
นะครับ
strength will be a boon to them, though, with their ultimates that will come
โอ้ไวจัด
online.
ยิง
But
ทุก
again,
อย่าง
I
ไว
just
มาก
like the adjustments that
Sushi
full
boy.
sets are doing on this defensive side
โหมด
and
เอา
the
จริง
small sample set that we have in this map already.
ซีเรียส
It's
โหม
something
ด
that we were seeing on Boom. They were
เอา
always
เว้ย
changing
ยัด
on
แม่
the
เอ้ย
defensive side being unpredictable.
แบบ
I love
ไม่
that
มันเป็น
when it
ภา
comes
ษา
to
นี่
the
ไง
อ๋อ
experience
สาม
position
คนกอง
for the
เชียร์
map that's been in the pool for the longest, that you are still just seeing
แต่กูก็ฟังออก
get the right timing, get the right positioning.
ภาษาอังกฤษมั้ง เฮ้ย
He's got the space though.
แต่ไม่เป็นไรได้ผมว่าได้ตัด
You're exactly right. Doesn't
มั่นใจด้วยว่าบล็อก
เฮ้ยจะปั๊บ
Now Zest
come on,
spots him
come on,
out. So
come on,
that's the
come on.
information gathered and pushing them away.
Yeah, up through mid.
Iya,
Alarm
kang lai.
bot with Fox through
Hey,
potential.
Fox.
Try and get some spray to come in through the spawn, but it puts a
Ủa,
bit
BY
more
à?
priority
นี่ไง
on
เอาไป
the
ก่อน
side
หนึ่ง
of
ไอ้
the
เหี้ย
side.
สโมกเหรอ นี่เอาไป
อุ้ย
สอง
สวย
From
สาม
defender
มา
side
พอมีว่าตัว
spawn,
สาม
and now as that out drone goes out, Shiro
ไม่
maybe
มี
caught between a rock and a hard place here. Sushi Boy's trying to gather
ดี๋ยว
this
ซูชิเอาให้
this time. Does
ไม่โดน
have
สอง
to
สอง
join
สอง
him. It will be a 2 versus 3 on this
เฮ้ย
side unless Fox
เรียกคีย์ไม่ออก
gets
อัน
the
ตี
catch
ไปเลย
now. He's
จิโร่
already in for 2, but that dark cover will continue to hold back.
โค้ดน่าจะพอตาเนี่ย
From both sides.
Yeah.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Other information all the way, and now
Yeah,
that
but
Aldrin
for-
can come on
so
in,
why
so the
dip?
door has been closed.
เปิดของสู้
It
กัน
simmers for a second. You know, every good
เฮ้ย
thing comes
ยิง
with
ทะลุเอา
time
โอ้โห
here.
เมื่อกี้น่าจะยิงรู้จากในไซส์นะ
Looking to
Nah,
try
dude.
and poise himself and set up for success here. That's a great
เฮ้ย
time of the
มีตำ
Nano
แหน่งได้อยู่
Swarm.
พี่
And another dark cover.
Why,
Zest,
rอบนี้
again,
ไหว
has had so much impact with this utility set. Berserks.
เฮ้ย เดี๋ยว
One step forward,
โอ้โห
but
ไหว
it's
ไหว
going
ไหว
to be
มาดิ
Sushi
บ
Boy
อกเร็ว
once
ที่
again.
โอที
They are some of
แต่
the
หลัง OT
veterans
ผมไม่
here,
เจอมันนะ
Komodo. They've
อีก
been
6
on
วิน
this
ครับ
big stage at the
ซูชิ
tier
แม่ง
1
กระโดด
level
ขึ้นไป
as
ขวา
well.
โคตรเดือด
And maybe that
เลือดเต็ม
experience can carry them forward.
Oh, they've definitely got the hunger to bring it back, right? They are the ones what feels like dragging the team through the mud a little
นี่
bit
ถ้าตัวมา
in
ขวา
the
พี่ต้องบอก
opening
พี่
map
นะ
of the best of 5. They've got
เออว่ะผมฟัง
time
พี่
to still
ฟังขวา
settle
พี่
things
ฟัง
with the
ซ้าย
squad to see what's going to be
จิ๋ว
working.
ผมเอา
But for
มอง
right now, in the right positioning, I highlight it right.
อุ้ยคม
นี่อ่ะโอ้โห
ส่งแฟ
Something
ดสวยจัด
special, even if they lose this one, a bit of momentum can carry
ที่
them into the
11 นี่
next
ยัง
one, right?
A couple of
They
rounds at the
lose.
end of it. A couple of rounds.
เฮ้ยอันนี้แหละพี่
พอมาทัวร์แบบว่า international Fox Sushi นี่
And they've
เปลี่ยน
got
สนามนะ
again.
อืม
0 point will
ตั้งแต่แบบว่ารอบแรกแล้ว รู้สึกว่าฟอร์มดีมาก
Full sense with the Killjoy utility over towards the B site and mid for a little bit of
เป็นว่านักชกแบบ
John Olsen retaining
ลง
the
นวมมาก่อน
operator. Sushi Boys for the spam with the Odin. If a retake is needed, you do have the Hunter's Fury and lockdown as well.
เพิ่มให้แล้วครับ
โหถึงว่าบินได้สูงไอ้ศาสตร์โกง
ไม่มีใบพัดผลด้วยเหรอ
นี่มันโกง
มันเท่มากเลย
Single mistake is all it takes as well for Boom to close this
มั
one.
นแดนได้ไกลขึ้นมาด้วยมันเนี่ย
I
ถ้าถึง
think
ลูก
you
ศร
know this
เอา
could
เป็น
be
แรงลม
a
เงี้ย
thing where they potentially start to get into their head a little
อย่าง
bit.
นี้เจ็ดเขาน่าจะใช้แวนดอลไอ้โซวา บินสูง
แล้วแอนตี้บายเลย
บายไปมึงบายไปกูไม่อยู่ฟอกบอก
Pivot towards this A site, waiting for the utility to then clear through a tree.
นั่นแน่รู้
So
จัน
careful here. They're
Ui,
set
đi
for
nó.
success
Hạt
right
quá.
now, full sense.
อ้าว
It's
Ảo,
going to
kia
be a
luôn, Hàn
challenge
Đôn.
for them.
Nè.
Next one, Fox
Tụi
able
kèm.
to respond nicely.
อุ้ย
นี่ไง
Great
ฟ้า
flashes there.
ออกระเบิดฟอ
He's
ร์ม
going to be able to push it back
Ui,
down.
ui,
Straight back
Yang.
towards the
Yang.
line, but he is denied for just a split second.
ได้วะ
And now he's looking
Lại,
back
lại,
forward.
lộn,
I mean,
lộn,
there's
tụt
still
tẹt.
opportunity for them to do this.
ตีแม่งเลยแล้วกัน
There's the
มาเอา
lockdown.
ทำเพื่อนดีกว่า
So much crucial time.
Ôi,
Starts to go
Ôi,
down.
Ôi, đi game à?
I love this from Sushi Boys as well. The lineups towards Wine.
A lot of investment here, but they're just not
สวย
looking to make any of those mistakes.
หมด
อ้าว
ลงไป
They
เลย
don't
น้อง
wanna
ไปไหน
fail
น้อ
at
ง
all. They want to ensure that they 100% absolutely every single one of these rounds and not
Yeah.
even confuse the Sushi Boys.
12
แล้วก็
7
ติออกมาเลยอ่ะพี่
And that is another
ทำไมเมื่อกี้คุณนึกว่าเอ็ม
step
เป็น
ครับ
ฝั่งวะง
It's
ง
a
จัด
mountain that they have to
ไอ้เหี้ยกูก็
overcome.
บอกซูชิบอยระวัง
But all you can
รู้อยู่
do
แต่ว่านิ่งอยู่ไง
เออนิ่งเหรอ
Crowd
นิ่งอยู่
pretty quiet is all
นิ่ง
I'll
อยู่
say.
Yeah, this
The
is
closer we've got to some of these
อุ้ย
rounds,
ถ้าเมื่อกี้กดโดน
the
ป่ะไม่โด
closer
น
the scoreline gets.
Yeah. But now we'll see for Boom on the back of this timeout what the changes actually are. Also, pretty much
Oi, oi, oi,
the same
oi, oi,
actually,
oi, oi.
right? Still
Yeah,
go
stop
utility
it.
I'll do it,
and
yeah.
B. Little bit of toing and
Ooh,
froing
that
with how they
move.
want to position PDC and how they want to maneuver Fox to set him up for a Hun's Fury.
Đồ
If
na
there
ê
is
ว่ะ
a very fast play to come through from Boom when they do recalibrate around the map.
Don Olsen in position once
เดี๋ยวผมกลัว
more.
ว่ายี่คิวจอยเขาจะมา
He's getting
อันติ
absolutely
โยกบอมเลย
denied by Famous.
แต่ถ้าแพ้ขอแบบขอคะแนนเบียดๆหน่อยเรียกความมั่นใจ
จริงพี่
อย่างน้อยมันได้ยิงได้วอร์มเครื่องได้ติด
จริงครับ
And PDC
เห็นด้วยเลย
on the retake with that null command as well could be something, but with this lean now towards the
จอนตัด
outside,
ได้เลยเราเนี้ย
themselves
บอกให้
up to go in for the
หนึ่ง
full layering
สอง
execution, something that you
สาม
know you practice in
Smoke
scrims in
off.
these
Oh.
scenarios.
He's going to have to sort of reposition for this line now.
โอ้ย
And
จอ
he's
น
actually managed to get in
เฮ้ย
with
โอ้
Famous.
ไม่ได้
He's crossed the
อุ้ย
line.
มันยาก
เอ้า
ได้ว่ะโอ้โหเราไปสอง
As he slaps
โอ้โห
through
สาม
จีจีเลย
This
นี้
might have just been the energy that
เพิ่ง
Boom
ขอไม่ทัน
needed.
ขา
The
ดค
timeout was used to perfection. And now
โอ้
อุ้ยมาว่ะ
Sushi Boys
มุม
at
ซ้อม
least puts one foot forward, but there's going to be many more
ไม่ได้
that
วาง
need to
นะ
follow it. Entering back in.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
think they're
lying.
going to slow down here, Komodo. They're going to try and put this
ตัวมันเหลือ
time
เยอะไป
pressure
ว่ะ
on.
พี่
But there's so many angles that they need to clear. That lockdown will be forced
Oi.
in, but PGC makes it another. And now
They seal.
walking on in.
Ui,
Zero
dia
to
đồ
deny,
pháp
but Sushi Boys down onto the side. There's too many
GG
options for
ว่ะ
him to look at.
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร ดัน
It's
ดัน
just
ถัด
the
ไป
hero that
โหแล้ว
they
แมป
need.
หน้า
That
อาบิด
timeout was
2-0 that we see from Boom, are they going to reenact it, or are we actually seeing a really big change come through for Full Sense now?
All I can say is, man, it's going to be very scary to be looking down the barrel of a Boom 2-0 and we into that third map, though, right?
Kind of feel like you want that guy on your roster, though, if you
Yeah.
are a tie team. Let's be
right.
real.
Yeah.
But into the pistol, let's see what Full Sense can deploy for us over on this defensive side, and if they're going to be able to better scoreline, better positions.
ใช้เลยอะ
John Olsen in early, I feel, is going to be
Lol,
really
lol,
crucial
lol.
here.
Already sent out their fake. Creeping back towards the A side.
ย่อกระโดดยืนใช่ไหม
Haven't
พี่
touched
เอ๋ย
the orb just yet, haven't given up the info.
ไม่มีเสียงใช่
Now they're going to wait in, look to layer a bit of this utility, drone in, send in NC Slasher as your point player if you want, Famous as well to come in a little bit later on.
Paranoia out.
อุ้ย
Already a good start there for
ดี
Leviathan.
นะไม่โดน
Nice
บาย
opening
ยิง
of
ได้
the bank account. Fox actually a little shaky with that aim. Leviathan very
ขออีกหนึ่ง
low.
เร็วทัน
Komodo. This could be dicey right now. As Shiro, he has made his way back in, and now they can let it simmer for a second spike now planted.
I love the timing on rotation as well for the smokes to go
Oh!
down from Boom, but an opportunity now as Sushi Boys finds Berserk.
That's an entry point right now, right? You know, we bring it back to a 3-on-3. The opportunity is now time.
Dark cover just for Zesty too, so you can still isolate Heaven from the play.
Fox
Done.
position so tough as well. Now Sushi Boys looking to drop it on in, and that's a
Get
great
here,
shot
mate, die.
back. Shiro though gets
Now
one
we
for
wait
his
out.
troubles, and now he's back up in towards Heaven here. It's going to be very dicey. 20 points of HP. He would be on for the 4K. 1 versus 3 clutch. Oh,
Ui,
not
John.
quite. And that is a massive round, a moment of importance there for John Olsen. Not only does he take down Famous in the start there, but he gets a point on the board.
Yeah, lots of trades to come on through as well when you think that Boom might be able to get on in. Just navigating around the site as well, being a thorn in the sides of Boom. When the pistol round is now finally secured for Full Sense, what did we miss over on the previous map from Full Sense? It was early start, it was pistol plays, it was getting a sense of momentum and a feeling that they actually do have a foot in front of the other in the server. So on the board, nice and early to set yourselves up for, you know, hopefully defensive strength.
It's just about, again, making sure that the practice you put into play continues, right? It happens live in the server, you get that momentum.
Not too much really to see and expect from Boom in a situation like this though, right? Just all onto the classics. Full heads up play going in towards the next round, maximizing NC Slasher on Yoru. Get that ultimate nice and early. You know, one of the powerful things about a Yoru on this map as well when you can get in towards the side is you've got Famous on the Clove that will actually shift in towards more of that duelist.
The prime opportunity for John Olsen with the Outlaw as well to get a bit of, you know, confidence behind it. But look at this position for Leviathan. It's so close! As the gate crash goes out, it unfortunately doesn't quite connect there, and now the Outlaw, he's been pinged though, but he's confident to just keep on looking, and why wouldn't you be, right? You can take that fight, you can take that shot, and now the ruse goes in, Famous spotted out by Fox, the Dizzy's going to go up, and is it going to catch, because John Olsen, he's in! But Zespi does get the response back. Still a 3 versus 2, Komodo. You can't overstep here.
There's some damage here with these classics for sure. The spike is still being held by Berserks. A bit of information that you've got rotation now for all 3.
Smart to fall away. That's the big key here, right? You know, they didn't into that sort of play, but now they're grouping up together. Now they're lining up in position. But Berserks in position. It's been overlooked here. Zespi actually managing to get one back. This is where they've managed to kind of isolate and control back. Spectre gets it done, but Zess, he has been the impact man. All eyes on him, a showman.
Only a sheriff though.
Aftershock, is it enough time?
Yes! Yes,
it is.
Brilliant.
But all that means, all that damage done by Zespi, that can be harvested now and carried into the
Absolutely. I mean, I said it in the round. It's full classics to come through from Boom, and they've managed to PDC alive with the sheriff there, taking the Outlaw now for John Olsen.
Micro mistakes, pistols facing. It's not a good look for Full Sense so early.
Yeah, I mean, at least PDC did have the Aftershock, and he didn't have to run in and take that 1 versus 1. Sound cues as well. Would he play with the time? Would Zespi be able to find the frag? You've lost a map. You're not getting a lot of impact previously. You feel sweaty in that situation.
We wonder about the communications, right? It's so key to have clear comms in moments like this.
2 spike plants for Boom as well. So far successive of breaking and entering, but not able to actually get out with the goods. First gun round though, for Boom. See what they're going to be able to navigate with here. NC Slasher still not able to get that dimensional drift online just yet either, but Zespi on from the shadows, 1 away. I love the change of pace as well from Full Sense over at A. Complete control of A main, walking, seeing that no one's there. You can start to pivot and shift the team over towards B. You can give an idea to Sushi Boys that you need to be ready here.
Yeah, like so much information off the back of that cam right now. Sushi Boys, he does actually have another trap wire. But inside the cyber cage, they're pushing all the way around and in spawn. He doesn't get done by the fake out. Finds one. Sushi Boys another. Zess, good for the trade, but still, it's an awkward one right now. Timing as the plant goes in.
Famous lurks mid as well, and he got no damage there, so it's just these smokes from beyond the grave.
Powerful position, but when it's taken away from you, it can be so scary, right? 4 versus 3 advantage, obviously, from positioning and weaponry with Boom. But now as that Dizzy goes in, they do have to give away their hand, narrowly missing it. Paranoia does actually catch Shiro as he moves over towards danger, but it's Zespi poised, up close and personal. There's another, looking for a third, but denied and punished. But Berserks, the frenzy, will make it work for now. Looking for the weaponry here. Will it be the catch? It absolutely will. There was a moment in time where potentially Full Sense could have dragged that through in the bonus, but the damage dealt in the previous round was enough that they could capitalize there for Boom.
Yeah, a little bit of more favored timing as well, and they could have taken out Zespi from that side of the site. Fox, you know, he got the idea that the head is there available, but wasn't able to get the right line, and his teammate unfortunately losing his life there. So a great recovery on that round for Boom at the tail end of that one on the board to keep things competitive.
You're not mad for either team there, right? I think there was even sort of playing field in both of it. You know, it was the last ditch effort that really dragged Boom back into the round. So I don't think Full Sense lost too much, but a good response again from Boom as well as the pace gets picked up towards mid.
If they can find that opening pick and use Sushi Boy's Noodle Theft to be able to figure out ahead of time where Boom are going, they can get some better rotations in as well. Because so far, Famous, in that lurk, again, not too many rounds to be able to emphasize here, but caught out without anything. It was how he was getting a lot of this pressure found in the previous time that played it. Now over towards this B side, it is pretty much everyone here for Boom.
That's a great catch too.
John Nian
It's going to be the ping of information. John Olsen. He can open up as well. Oh my God. The cross away too. The fade away. The dunk on the three. And now Berserks at least able to find Fox here. That's the rotate court.
Yeah.
โหโยรุมีอันตี
Neural Theft in as well to get all of the information, and now it's a race to get to this A site first. Berserks will he be able to dispatch of Leviathan? Now that he'll be backed up by PDC2, but the counter.
โอเคสวย
The cyber cage missing there is so painful to see for Berserks. Can't quite catch it because now the rest of the team is confused. They don't know where to go, Famous and NC Slasher.
Yeah, well, Sushi Boys threw out the hat as well to get the information. So now back in mid. They're
Oi.
bringing it back right now. Famous and NC Slasher from a 2 versus 4. Now it's all onto Leviathan.
Can he get in? Punished as well, denied. I think he actually meant to try and get into the tower there, Komodo.
ต้องได้เนี่ยวันเนี้ย
Now he has to go all the way around.
It's just the timing from NC Slasher. Right space, right time to deny from the shadows to get the flare. But the gate crash, actually, I don't think... Oh, it's so close. You got to get out of here. And now he's ulting numbers game, Mitch.
He can just be in menace here. He doesn't need to do anything. He can just keep interest, keep focus. He's actually going to choose to hold his position as well. Leviathan is now so scared, so hesitant. And it's going to be Famous to wrap around. What the hell was that? Beautiful duo. That was a 2v4, Komodo.
2v4 in through mid. NC Slasher on the Yoru. Picking up the duelist
เอ
duties
อ
when
ต้องได้
Famous
นะ
cannot
วินนี้โคตร
take in
สำคัญ
the
นะ
duel.
สำคัญ
Playing
มากอะ
together. They were revealed. Position known. They had to walk up that flight of stairs. They had to find the kills. And then the rotation for the plant as well. I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. John Olsen and Sushi Boys caught in transition. And then all that Yoru is trying to do at the end there is by time for Famous to come on. You know the comms were extravagant then for Boom.
Absolutely. I'm on him. You don't need to do anything else there, right? You can just literally troll your way through.
An immediate pace change though for Full Sense. We saw them go up A. Now a lot through mid to try and take the space. Fox again, first dead so many times for Full Sense.
Yeah, he tries to get that Dizzy out, but again it's destroyed. And now John Olsen has the blades, but he's on an island alone and isolated. They are going to hold the pace though, Boom. They don't want to overstay their welcome.
It can start to settle it down right now as well.
ต้องรอ
Because they know
จอเป็นจุดที่แบบ no info สำหรับบูมอยู่ ต้องนิ่งไว้
Absolutely.
นั่นแหละ ได้เล่นอย่างนี้ได้เล่นอยู่ ดูมันจะเช็คหรือเปล่า
Rotations to come through from Boom. An opportunity actually for John Olsen.
มันไม่ได้มาร์กอะ มันไม่มาร์กอะ
Timing again. They all pass each other.
วิจอนกลับมาก่อน
Like he's managed to find his control. He's managed to peek back in towards.
สวยเลยสวยเลย
Have they overlooked this? Yeah, they have. Oh, John.
สวยเลยสวยเลย
He manages to keep it cool.
โอ้ยพอแล้วพอแล้ว
overstep here because look at Berserk trying to be the linchpin. Gets the
โอเค
There we go. Where have you been? Stop being late. We need you at the party. We need you to show up. And 4 is big. 5 will be bigger. NC Slasher now outlaw.
แต่ขอร้องเลยขอร้องเลย
You can never count him out.
มาดิ
That is the ace.
มาดิมาดิ
The momentum. He can be awakened now as he comes out of his slumber. John Olsen.
And you can hear the crowd as well. They've been cut to size by those blades. Not just in the server for Boom. John Olsen.
John Bloody Olsen.
Where have you been
และจังหวะนี้
in
ตื่น
the past few days of this tournament?
ตั้มมาแล้ว
Not
จังหวะ
adopting too much, not adapting with the team, but now
คนพาขยี้
that
จัด
has to be the thing. I mean, surely that has to be the one moment they needed on this stage to get back into a comfort zone. Rifles, though, again, for Full Sense, of course, for Boom. A little bit backed up with these Guardians. A Hunter's Fury in for Shiro as well as they start to execute to A.
Gonna go quick. Really need to make some impact here, Boom. Gate crash comes out. Now they're going to look forward. Sushi Boys.
โอ้โหอะไรมันนัวไปหมดเลยวะน่ะ
PTC now very in an awkward position. He actually needs to hightail it out of there. We'll have to wait for the retake here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that will set up Shiro as well to escape from the site. Use this Hunter's Fury. Famous can go for a brawl if he wants because he's got his own ult too.
All managed to fall away here, but there's some information gathered. Now looking to try and execute this round fully. They're keeping Famous in position. He does have the not dead yet as well, Komodo, that he can make it work, but he's blinded completely inside the ruse. But it's certainly over it. And now PTC and Sushi Boys trying to make it happen. PTC gets one for his money. He needs two for the trouble. Now they can just focus and set their sights on the bridge. And it has been crumbling beneath them now. They've fallen to their death. And Abyss continues to bring the thunder.
Planning on the bridge is always a risky position to go for it when you're on the attacker's side, but when it gets down and you're not playing something like a Sage on the other side to block it with the wall, you've not got the numbers effect. It is so hard to get a retake going on in that position.
That blind inside the ruse, inside heaven, Fox couldn't do anything.
Both of them are blind.
Immaculate timing to find it, right?
Both of them are blind, but now we've got a contest immediately at the A side. But again, another gorgeous flash to come through to put them off the line.
Well, they're really just trying to sort of do the thing now. In the way of John Olsen, you bite off the head of the snake and the body will die.
Maximizing once more this dimensional drift for NC Slasher. It's such a powerful ultimate on a map like Abyss. Not a lot of teams still leaning in towards a composition with it. We see teams still opting for the Jet plus the Reyna, for example. It was something that Full Sense have tried. They change it over and they bring a Yoro, but you're running a Viper, for example, instead. Boom are playing a comp that works for them in a time right now that they reset, wait for these smokes to come back online, bait out what ability they can from Full Sense as they spread across the map in a more
keep John Olsen interested right now, right?
Oh, but look at this for Sushi Boys. He's waiting for his timing to just jump over.
Oh,
John Olsen is gone at the back of A.
I talk about it, cutting off the head of the snake. Now Leviathan has to pick up the operator. Such an impactful weapon, right? There's not much else around them.
Timing on the other side of the map for Sushi Boys, but how long does he wait? Because with 30 seconds to go, Fox only with this Sheriff, he's not going to be able to use the Thrash in this position. He could throw a spanner in the works though with this ult for Leviathan.
He's managed to at least hold on to it right now, but the timing of the Hunter's Fury! NC Slasher! Man, again, can open up a butcher shop the way he's fighting it because no one else even wants a piece of the pie to get back into this. They're just going to save.
And the fact that Full Sense didn't have any initiative to go for some information. They have no real information deep B. They got nothing outside of A. That was very passive and stalled from them to not get any info, and now they pay the price.
Sanguine moment from NC Slasher.
Microphone activated.
And again, just how quickly, you know, popping the Hunter's Fury, just making them turn away for a split second, right?
Yeah.
That's all they needed for NC Slasher to open up the round.
Shining light for Full Sense on the back of this round is that they still have enough credits in the back pocket to go for another buy. It wasn't a full but I'm not really seeing any learning scenarios from them too far on this defensive side. I'm not seeing any, you know, expressions of interest around this map to do something, and I want to see the change. When you've got Fox on this Thrash,
TC3 คืออะไรอ่ะ
to get something early in these rounds as well because of the grouping that we've seen over on the side of Boom. Not, you know, the first 10 to 15 seconds, sure, but if you get a little bit of information to pop on the back of that with a good flash or a good stun to come through from PDC to get him back in towards this game as well, that could be pretty pivotal.
Fox, a player who's had so much impact throughout this tournament, going silent is a really, really troublesome matter. You're right.
Push down B main, but I don't think the drone has actually spotted out John Olsen.
That's such an important shot to hit.
And immediately straight in towards the other side of the map for Boom. There's the ult from Yori, clearing a lot of this space to get in, to get the plant. Look at the rotation from Full Sense. They were sold by one dart from Shiro.
ปัญหาคือจะหาจังไหนตะลิวทับกระทะต้อง6 อัน
The Thrash is there for Fox. Able to use it this time. They can hold this 4v5. They can hold the retake, rather.
2 ults to be able to use. Heading to the site for the retake, but now Leviathan's gone. The Thrash is in.
Now he can just keep him here, right? He can just hold the information. John Olsen at least gets the trade out, but following that Thrash, they've got information. The tag up, but they're all main. And with that, Dizzy coming on out. The Rolling Thunder will catch absolutely everyone. But how many will they be able to find? The answer is everybody. And that was a immaculate retake from Full Sense. They hold their utility, they hold their control, and they toss it all in to make sure that they can recover with some success. And the scoreline is tied. Very briefly, I was talking about how one-sided each of these pacings were, right? But they managed to bring it back to a closer battle now.
Pretty composed for them, which is one of the benefits of going for the other side of the map. You completely rotate. It's that you do have a lot of deployments to go in for a retake. When you've got those two ultimates and you layer them to go in towards the site, backed up by the stuns and the flashes as well to come through from Full Sense, that's where you get a really good retake coming on forwards. And now, what did I mention to you just before, Mitch? Boom love to play together in towards these scenarios. They love to stack everyone at the same spot, and unfortunately, well, he's the only one here on the side as the flank comes big.
Oh, and they're going to look to danger as well. He's on the cam, but he might actually miss the timing. The one way, but John Olsen, he's found the timing again. He can just keep the mid for long enough there, Komodo. There's two, and now that's at least turned their heads. Have to keep a focus around the rest of this side. They've managed to take down one in Sushi Boys. That's the control gathered. Now they can simmer down for the retake, and look at Zess's position. He's up close, but they've heard it this time. PTC manages to dodge the flash. Now the paranoia goes through. He can again keep them interested because John Olsen is fighting on that side, fighting for his second ace in this game. And now as it simmers, they're pushing again. It's Zespi's positioning that is going to be the linchpin to turn this round on its head. And we know how good Famous was yesterday. He had so much impact on this close, but now it's all about this timing again. They have to get onto this deep but Fox takes it. So eyes on Zespi, eyes on this Omen, the nightmare fuel that can be brought on through. One more round. But denied again, PTC will confirm it. And now, finally, Full Sense, we see them take the lead.
ให้เอเป็น3-1แต่ให้แบบให้แบบเสียงสั่นๆ
Don't really want to activate anymore around him because the flank from Fox
มาแล้วว่าจอน17-6แล้วว่ะ
Famous sees the Mosh go in, sees the Dizzy go through.
จอนตื่นเนี่ยต้องตื่นยาวนะ
But can't quite navigate the frag. For the second time now, Mitch, the waltz down towards mid has provided John Olsen the right ingredients to absolutely cook Boom up unexpectedly.
17-6.
ถือว่าผิดพลาดใหญ่หลวงอยู่ที่จอนมาอยู่นี่ได้
all on him. We need activation from everyone else too.
Well, let's see if they can do it again because once
more
towards mid, but the actual info solidified now for Boom.
They still keep going though.
Yeah, in towards the B side is where they want to do. Again, they've been so stellar at getting in these plants. It's just the posts that are getting away from them.
If Berserks can keep John Olsen interested here,
maybe there's a moment in time.
5-on-5 retake again as they start to wrap in.
All timing now from John as well. He gets one more. Look at it. He's going on in.
Cloudburst, but he gets away. But that's a big impact from Berserks at the exact same time. He's been punished. He's taken down now.
Huge flank from Berserks.
Absolutely. He's in position, has all of this control. As I said, he just needs to keep them entertained, keep them focused. As Leviathan he turns at the wrong time, and they've done this to perfection time and time again. Sushi Boys can get the positioning in, but Zespi is right on that line, and this is what Boom have done so much better. They are all collectively together.
An adjustment from them, though, is more importantly what has gotten the better of them a couple times in this map. It's mid-information, right? You're running not just one information gathering ability player in the server. You've got a Cypher that can use the cam, that can use the trips as these key pieces of information to get the early plays known. So the fact that they adjust that ever so slightly, they've got the heads up play for that to come in early.
It's crazy how Berserk's keeping the target on their back can keep them so interested and hesitant off that side.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, we've seen immediate adjustments on the flip side too from Full Sense, right? When they were losing in towards these main battles, they relieve themselves from going from these extremities. They go through mid. So now that they've been losing it, they completely get out of there. They go back towards getting a little bit of this A main control, setting up the Cypher util a little bit more passively over at B.
Rent's expensive, guys, and you've given it all to them for free.
Oh, but PDC, he has the discount.
Oh.
What a crap landlord. Famous getting that opening opportunity here.
But a push in through A main. Again, keeping check by Berserks. John Olsen with the blades. Position known. And will find the frag. But at what cost?
Narrowly. Still yet to be on towards the side here. Now Zespi can get into position. He would have heard this, Sushi Boys.
Berserks still another postcode at the moment as the spike looks to be established on the site.
They're going to push onto him. And that's Zespi again. Omen Duelist apparently. But John Olsen has got the trade. But does he want to wait for the rest of his team, or does he want to try and get this catch? He does, but he misses. Fox has found the positioning though, and now that paranoia comes out. John Olsen gets his third, but can he be denied by NC Slasher? Looking to open up again. NC Slasher, the man with the knife in hand, the sword, the blade. But the Leviathan will strike from the depth of Marianne. Nana's trench he will summon and deny.
7-5 ได้ปืนพกไปเดือด
One more round left in this half as Full Sense grabs 6-5.
Super close here on Abyss for our second map. Finally, we're seeing resilience and retaliation to come through from Full Sense, but one player surviving in the end. Utility to be pulled out from NC Slasher. Wanted to gate crash out. Could have dimensional drifted in the 1-on-1. But I've got to say, John Olsen has dug deep again on this defensive side. He's coming out with crucial frags time and time again. He had no HP on the back of that first duel, Mitch.
21-8 แล้วครับผมจอห์นโอเซนตอนนี้
Came at the perfect time to keep him engaged, right?
Yeah. Once more, these plants though for Boom. The retakes coming through for Full Sense. They've been getting a lot of these rounds, right? One on the kills.
ไปยังไม่หายเท่าไหร่ครับผมตอนนี้คุณสวัสดีครับผมโอ้โห ว้าวเลยโดน
There was no world where they were ahead in this, but the gate crash comes on through. John Olsen, he's only found one though. Now he has to try and re-engage, and inside this ruse, can he get the catch?
An operator, you don't want a gun like that.
Absolutely,
นี่
But he gets it, but Famous is back, not dead yet.
ไปเลยครับ
Baby, he's still in it to win it. 3 versus 2. John Olsen. Again, he has so much to do, but they've just narrowly missed that shot. Has to go danger.
This is time taken away from the spike, and now they're isolated 1-on-1. Methodical retake, 2 positions.
All he had to do was stay alive. And now looking to get the cash here is NC Slasher. They've played this to a really good spot here, Boom. They have advantageous position, but if they go into the line, it could be dangerous. And John Olsen, he's changed it. He wants to get the Vandal, and I don't blame him. He can move back in. The time is ticking.
How do you get back into this? You've still got a flash for NC Slasher on the right line and on the right shot, so they answer back. Mitch, left and right, back and forward.
It certainly won't be good night after that left.
ใช้อยู่ครับ
Komodo.
ยังใช้โลกาไม่ยาลา
Is the scoreline
that we so
desperately needed inside the Britama Arena. No more boring stuff going on right now. This is what we need to see here in Jakarta.
I'm happy. I wanted to see more on this map of Abyss, and so far it has been delivered.
We'll get a little bit of a quick interview, get that crowd going.
Then have their own family. Could you imagine?
เอาส่วนภูมิแล้วใกล้ดิ
จะเจอสินภาษา
On the home turf.
สินภาษา
Let's get denied.
Yeah, remember 6-6, and already what was the problem in mid for Boom? It was that they were getting overwhelmed by the pushes from John Olsen, and now the attempt squandered.
Doesn't work 2 ways sometimes, right? As now they reset their sights towards B.
เดี๋ยวนี้ไซเฟอร์เขานิยมไอ้นี่แล้วหรอใส่กอดแท็บ2
advantage now in towards this B site. For utility and Famous now, eyes has to be on mid because it is so exposed.
คลาสสิกมันก็ยังดีอะแบบต้นยิงไหว
คลาสสิกก็ไม่ได้แย่
Not faltered, not scared, not nervous. Now Berserk's a big man. He's been playing so well. Can he deny?
ได้วางได้เล่นวิปหมด
How's he got out just then? So low though. There's an opportunity into this here for Shiro as he gets the trade. That's the
3-4 ได้วางยังไง
3 seconds for Shiro on the bolt, but they've tapped the spike now.
Absolutely, that's going to pit the interest back in as Berserk finds another, but Leviathan, he has been the clutch minister. Can he continue? They've got this line, they've got the positioning, and now we have to see Boom push in. Sushi Boys, 1 HP onto the line, but he's denied. Is there enough time, Komodo?
โอ้โหทันอยู่ดี
It's okay.
Man,
อุตส่าห์สแปมเฟี้ยวเมื่อกี้
imagine a 1 HP clutch if the time was ticked away a little bit more, because Boom, they realized they had enough time. They already had the rotations coming earlier on enough, and the shot, we see it missed out from Berserks over at that bookshelf, but it's information for the squad at that point that John Olsen has gotten through.
They keep overlooking. They keep making these minor decisions or indecisions, right? Where they're overlooking certain scenarios, and that's where Boom are getting the advantage back.
I mean, Boom, right? They've got the alpha on the squad. They've got the caller leading the charge. Yes, the other players can piece it together as well, but it certainly is more cohesive.
ตอนนี้คนอื่นต้องสเต็ปอัพก่อน
Now translation over to Boom, which Full Sense got in the beginning of this map, remember? So the back and forth continues.
Dizzy comes out straight away as well. Won't catch. The one-way dart cover goes down, so that'll keep them engaged for now.
Dart.
It really is. Fox gets the Dizzy, but at what cost?
At a rifle round, yeah, you'd really have to second guess how you're going to navigate around the map, but at least for right now, Full Sense are going to do it all together.
NC Slash is in the power position here with this Outlaw.
You want to maximize the thrashes for Fox as well. Similarly for NC Slasher when they were trying to get that dimensional drift. Such powerful ults to clear a lot of the space on the sites when you go for these executions.
Not looking for the orb. Want to take the jewel. They just want to fight the fight, and that's when the Dizzy goes up. Fault line. Doesn't quite catch. But Olsen again, he's really looking forward here. He's going to try and swing, and he's going to be punished immediately. Great shot from Famous. It's just about 100%ing this round right now.
กว่าจะได้วางเหลือ
They're just looking to get a little bit of momentum behind them, right? This is going to be 8 rounds if they continue to find it, but it will be Leviathan finding something. There is a bit of a position.
วันเวนะวันเวได้เล่นนะโอ้โห
He's been overlooked.
ได้เล่นจริงพี่
Again on our champion Famous. The true celebrity in this server on the Clove.
He's really stepped up when he's come on towards this stage, hasn't he? You look at certain players and you've got to ask the question, are they going to crumble in front of a crowd? Riddle Order, maybe they were on that sort of stream of thinking. They were not having too much fun in the scoreline department yesterday, but right now, Boom are going forward with it, and I'm glad that Full Sense are still kind of ignoring the noise.
Big difference. John Olsen has the same amount of kills as the rest of the team.
Yeah,
I sound like a broken record with it.
Yeah, PDC was on lurk duties in that round as well. It is an eco. Just remember the anti-eco to try and see what damage, but he was crunched upon by the Boom boys, so they're aware of where they're weak around this map at least now.
Continuing to try and push this trend of B-side offense. Will it succeed for them this time in the gun round?
Ooh, you can immediately see that Fox wants none of it over at A main. Love the Shrouded step into the dark cover. Love the aggression to bait out. Kill the team.
Berserks. That's not a player I'd be expecting to get damage there, but that was a really good shot from the metal. John Olsen has to get recovered, replenish the HP. Famous spotted. The fake out. It actually does get catch. Zespi managing to get one as well back into it. 3 versus 4. Great flash, but you're exactly right, Komodo.
Time, a big problem here.
ไปมาเสียเปรียบหรอวะ
He's over at the laneway to be guarded by PTC with an aftershock, a flash as well. Leviathan, he's the healthy one though.
Yeah, PTC's so low. One single shot from Zespi should be able to take
อุ้ยคมเอาเกมเปลี่ยนอย่างเงี้ย
back to the 4v2. There's a chance now here for Boom. They're going to get scanned, but they give away their hand, their position.
มีใบไง
But look at this. This is something they've done so well, but the paranoia, a nightmare is PTC.
He's got to reload.
He can get back in the fault line, the catch, the denial, but Shiro can get another. It's half tapped Komodo. Leviathan!
Oi!
He did take the bait, and that is going to be Shiro. What a powerful play!
The guts you need to be able to stick it. You've got no choice. You know the Famous has helped you there with a ruse to go, but it's not false senses here to come on through. There's no sixth senses for Full Sense Leviathan there to know that that is being stuck. They fault lined him. They aftershock. They flashed him. They cannot get them off the line. The merit that brings in towards this round is huge.
The iron of Shiro, you cannot break through this man's defenses. He will stare you down and take it all for him.
The fact that they bring it that close though, Full Sense actually never mind, because they're already in and they're opening it.
John Olsen denied quickly by Zespi, only finds the second though. I think there was a bit of extra damage in from that shock bolt, but only just a touch. Shiro, he's low, 20 seconds. Our drone already immediately coming out.
This is a hard one for Boom. Player deficit. Fox does have the thrash as well, and this flame will be safeguarded by the trap.
He walks right into it. Yeah, in and amongst the smoke there. Leviathan catching on the flank there, straight on in, and that's Famous being found as well. Oh man, I don't even know how to feel about that round. Full Sense to put down the accelerator.
มึงงั้นหวานเจี๊ยบแล้วอะถ้าได้มีเมื่อกี้
Realizing the fact that Boom have been really good on these retakes, reeling that they've been in the right place at the right time, the chaos that the previous round delivered, nobody has enough time, it feels to actually settle down, right? The fact that there's a defuse like that, the crowd is up and at 'em about it. Boom, they won that round. Full Sense, they lost it, but they don't let it get to them. They stay pale-faced. They needed to come up with a game plan for the next
สำคัญเลยวินเมื่อกี้
They answer back.
Finally have a game on our hands, man.
And look at the ultimates that Full Sense have in their deployment now as well. This could be monstrous for them to bring it within one.
Can't make a mistake here, Full Sense. They need to capitalize on the advantages they built for themselves.
มันต้องมาพร้อมกันทุกคนนะเหมือนไอ้รอบแรกๆอะ
I like it. It's bait because it's just the eco to come through from Boom. The damage is
น้องโวยสวัสดีครับโอ้จอนตื่นแล้วครับผม
a bit of an A main push
เหมือนฉีดกาแฟเข้าเส้นตอนเนี้ย
Walked deployment 2. So where is the gap in the map for Full Sense? Well, it's actually in mid, and they're at the right spot. Starting to scale up a little bit at a time. Figure out that no one's
มาแล้วครับพี่เอ๋ยพี่เอฟ
มาแล้วครับจอนก็มาแล้วเหมือนกันครับตอนนี้
Crash out. Got some info, got some
แต่เพื่อนๆยังไม่มาครับผม
This is actually where it gets really scary for Zesbi. All by himself now inside A main as Yori's left him on the NC slasher.
Just needs to make sure that information is secured. He's got the paranoia to buy enough time. He can get back down the one way as well if he needs to. This smoke actually gives Full Sense the opportunity to set up for a bit of an offensive hit now.
It really does, because look at Zespy's positioning. He does have NC Slasher not too far away, but he has to connect with the shot. He's done otherwise, right?
99% of the time, if you stick around at this point, you're done.
The audible. It's actually done pretty well here, Komodo. Faultline does manage to catch him. Damage already being dealt though from Shiro.
บาดเจ็บสาหัส
He can stop this
จะไป
offense.
2 อ่ะ
25 seconds left. They're running out of time.
คนละ20 วิไม่มีเวลาด้วยแต่จอนแอนติมาครับเลเวทาน
เฮ้ย
เอาไซส์เลยเหรอเฮ้ยสวยทำดีจัดน้องนาย
โอเคโอ้โหบ้าจัดอะไรวะเนี่ยวินนี้
ดีนะช่วยทัน
So bold, man. What a play.
ถือว่าเพอร์เฟกต์งานเนี้ย
ไม่เสียวเกินช็อตนี้ไม่ไหวเสียวเกิน
พูดอะไรอ่ะ
เสียวเกิน
เดี๋ยวเกินไม่ไหวหรอป๊า
มันจะโดนเอาไว้เมื่อกี้ถ้านายไม่เช็คตัวในไซส์มันไอ้นี่หรอมันทำเสียงหลุดหรอที่เข้ามายิงที่วางไอ้เบอร์เซอร์กอะ
ไซเฟอร์ใช่ไหม
ใช่
น่าจะคิวจอยเอ้ยไม่ใช่ไอ้นั่นจะออกมาเทรดออกมาฆ่าตัววางคุณนายเฮ้ย
ไม่เอาอย่างงี้ไม่เอา
สวย
โอเค
But man,
เดี๋
they
ยว
certainly put the
ซี
pressure
โอ
on.
เวเปอร์จะมาบอกไม่เอานะวินนี้ต่อไปอย่าทำให้เสียวขนาดนี้
They're seeing Zespy, they're counting the utility, they know that the Yoru is over at the B site, they know that the Hunter's Fury, you've got a lot of Aline coming in from Boom over to the to that A site, sorry, so you know. Give the spike over to our guy that can, get to the other side of the map in an instant to get the plant and just the head
จัดเธอลิฟ
ผมจัดเลยว่ะ
โคตรบ้า2หัวตรงกลาง
อมจี
Just so high risk, high reward, right? But it does pay dividends here. But they've taken a lot of damage, and now they're looking for another fast take into main.
Ui, mà đi.
That was such an important shot for the man to hit, jumping onto this operator Komodo as we switch the half.
Yeah, you got to reel it in a little bit if you are Boom. They slasher down for the count. Advantage for Full Sense. Grouped together in numbers.
กินครับกินวิตามินอยู่เต็มเลย
all of the information. Technically.
เฮ้ยน้องนานะสวัสดีครับหายไปนานไปไหนมาหายไปไหนมา
on the other side of the map to reposition some things here for Berserks too, with the rotation now coming for Full Sense.
Donaldson now trying to pick up the position in mid. Famous. It was his deepest dart.
ไปครับผมแยกย้าย
Jump out of dodge immediately. The not dead yet popped. Really not kind of working out for them. Wingman is in a position where it could be denied because Zespy gets another one very quickly. Yeah, did spot at the spike.
ไอ้นี่ชัวร์
could have denied that.
ไอ้โคบเหรอ
มันปล่อยวีแบนวางเมื่อกี้
Numbers advantage back over towards Full Sense. This dart has to not get destroyed.
เบอร์เซอร์ใช่
Going to be about the lurk from Fox here. Sushi Boys does find another one.
นี่ไง
เอาดิ
เอา
มาโว้ยมาเรื่อย
มาแล้วครับ
โดนแน่เบอร์เซอร์โดนแน่จบเนี้ย
Full Sense tied up the scoreline again.
เต้นอยู่หรือเปล่า
ผู้เล่นคนที่6
towards Full Sense as well, with a couple of these rounds really well coordinated in their timing together as a team to rotate to find it rounds. These are the decisions that can
เมื่อกี้คือยังไงไม่ยิงวินแมนโค้ชถามอยู่อะ
try and keep them on the trajectory
เกิดอะไรขึ้น
just in this map as well. They drop the next rifle round, it could be done, but a bit of an overextend. Olsen as the plan starts to go down.
And I think that's going to be the wingman to deny the spike plan.
ไม่โอ้โห
ไวจัด
แปลก
เหลือคนเดียวแล้ว
อะไรวะน่ะ
Well, I say, this eco could turn them around. I'm a prophet, but these guys have the read.
I don't like tides high or low. They're definitely extreme here in Indonesia. The reef is bearing its fangs in the form of Boom.
But Sushi Boys, he's been
เมื่อกี้น่าจะคิดไม่ถึงป่ะ
of Pacific before.
แต่ผมคิดถึงพี่เอ๋ยนะครับ
ร้านเดิมครับผมคืนนี้มาไหมเปิด24
ร่างกายต้องการแบบว่าเติมเบียร์ตลอดเลยพี่เอ๋ยเพิ่มกล้ามเหรอ
ไม่ว่าจะเลิกกินแล้ว
ใช่เหรอ
เลิ
กกินเบียร์นะ
ใช่
กินอะไรแทน And you can see the focus. They're not even cheering around Komodo Boom.
I know, because they realize how tense this moments are right now. They realize that they can swing back in towards the favorable at any moment. I talked about it. The importance of this round. Had it been destructive and you bleed into the next one and you lose that rifle round, that's no more space on the map essentially anymore to try and have any mistakes. So the fact that Boom get that, they hold on. Now, for Full Sense, they had enough in the coffer to still get out a pretty sensational gun buy.
What's this pace going to look like here? Falling straight away. looking to actually
เมื่อกี้โดนแบบ
ไอ้นี่มันชอบล้อหลอก
หลังไทม์เอาท์โดนเกมไว
reach operator because John Olsen's going to be on toward the blades
เป็นไงบ้าง
มีทูเอเหรอ
ได้เลยห้องน้ำได้เลย
โอ้ยเทได้อยู่
เทสวย
โอ้โหมีชิโร่มาช่วย
ที่ผ่านแล้ว
How do you even trade this? The Owl drone gets to catch. He does have the rolling thunder, but
You've
got to call it. He's getting right out of there.
You have to save this
You've
got to give this over to John Olsen to be able to play with it. You have made the best decision in the moment there for PTC, but it's also one of the worst decisions because you know deep down that this is the point in the map that could potentially, put you down to 0.
The money.
จริงดูจังหวะยิงบูมดูเฉียบขาดกว่า
Yeah. I love the change that they go for though. We have not seen a mid-split going through the vents in towards the A side. I love the adaptability. They'd planned that, right? The one-way smoke that goes down as well, where the Thrash is halving, the later play to come in through main 2. No real adjustments that Boom were able to do except just to get in and fight, and they did.
Got it onto the line here. Is it going to be Zespi giving up his hand? Yes, it will.
He loves to go for a big challenge like that.
And that's what they've done, right? They've adapted. They've been able to work it out.
And now, Hunter's Fury to retaliate to try and stop the bleeding, to try and stop them from getting in. And it's awkward. Some damage, Berserk, that he takes being spotted in the open. No for the information. And again, for full sense, they call the audible just to get out of there.
Shiro missed everything on that Hunter's Fury.
Did indeed. And now the timing for Famers over to the B side. NC Slasher still has the fake out as well if they can try and play on the back of it.
I put my eyes on a famous Komodo. Does get the catch on that fault line. But he's still in position. He's going to join hands with his partner in crime, Shiro. But NC Slasher gets straight on out.
John!
NC Slasher is looking to carve up his opposition, but he will get caught.
Oh no!
Sushi Boys into the abyss. That is not something you want to be seeing. As Shiro gets another. It's onto both PTC and Leviathan.
Oh my god.
The spike is down in the worst position.
Oh my god.
And that is just something that you never ever want to see.
Man, they brought that one back on the rotation when the neural theft comes on out as well. The idea that Full Sense have the picture, know what they need to do to get into that B site to try and get the plant, but right timing, right time, great flash to come on out.
วางเปิดไม่ได้เขามาแก้ตลอด
เฮ้ยแล้วช็อต
ไอ้ที่วางเปิดได้รอบนึงคือ
เอาฟิวพี่เลยชอบ
บัสมันชวนไป
เฟสติวัลพี่เลยชอบจัด
โอ้โหออกจากวงการมานานแล้วดิ
How many frags did he get in the first half by himself? His team propping him up. Now he's gotten 3 in this half.
Yeah. It's just been NC Slasher.
Yeah.
Famous.
เฮ้ยเราขยี้กันไม่พักเลยช่องแชททุกคนพี่ผิดพลาดวันเดียว
แมว
They can deny Zesby and Shiro.
อ้าวเราโดนตัดไปแก้ว1ไปแก้วอ่ะ
Can he get the shot? No. It's Shiro with 2 Komodo, and already they start from a weakened position.
They're already deep into the side as well. This drone gets so much info.
All cleared, baby. There is the from the shadows. And it's going to be Zesby to gather some information. Leviathan holds onto his. The ruse will go down. The cyber cage will also. We saw how good Shiro has been with these relay bolts now. PTC. The metal was good, and that's enough for Shiro to take it. But Leviathan in this clutch, unable to do it. And do you know what? That is Komodo. That is Boom Esports. One map away from facing their fears inside the grand final. You have one more chance.
One more chance.
Boom back on this defensive side as well, so we'll see if these composition changes are going to be better for Boom or if Full Sense are going to be able to reenact what they did with JFT.
และจอนีออน
Pivotal, but he wasn't the superstar when it came towards that series, so we really need to see the rest of the team step up that they were kind of doing at the tail end of last map. Right now for PDC, though, by himself, needs a bit of assistance to trade for Famers.
If he's able to get a second here, it might be a little bit dicey. Obviously, we've still got that position from Sushi Boys. He's a long way from the rest of the team, and now Famous is going to be pushed back.
Starting to scale up though. He could get caught out here and then chased down by John Olsen.
Did he hit the shot?
สวย สวยงามมาก
We're talking about this matchup, right? Famous not
สวย
playing
งาม
that
มาก
mid. John Olsen certainly doing it.
Yeah.
But it's only a 4v3. They haven't secured this round just yet. They need to get that.
ทำให้มันเรียกว่านีออนไทย
Meta changes felt like
ไม่ใช่โคเรีย
leave Boom by the wayside, but still being pretty powerful.
Leviathan right outside breakable, going to be able to hold the line, and it's nicely done. They do trade it out though. Shiro gets one back, and he now picks up the sheriff. But he's got this pesky little member in
ผมมันมาล่าซูชิก่อนเหรอ
Bullets as well. You
เฮ้ย
can't
ไม่
be
ต้องสู้
missing
ไม่ต้องสู้
Shiro. You need your teammate
ดึง
to
ดึง
assist you.
ดึงไว้
They just need to keep maintaining. Great shot.
ตัวเดียว
Nice little fall away from
ฟันแม่งเลย
Exactly. Now Berserk's is going to be caught on an island.
นีออนโคราชเหรอ เอาอีกแล้ว
Open up very nicely
เจ็ด
here on
เหมือนเจ็ด
Lotus
โคราชอีกแล้ว
but they need to again carry that momentum. They can't just find a couple of openers
โคราช
and fall away.
Yeah, they didn't get any pistol rounds, unfortunately.
ด่านนี้แหละเรามา
But they did answer back immediately when they dropped that first.
เมื่อวานบูมก็เกือบโดนอยู่ เกือบโดนลิดเดิลอยู่แบบเนี้ย
If they are able just to do what they did in the previous map, get the first round, get the anti-eco, if you can try and chase the bonus as well, because you're not just in, you know, a 1-map deficit in a BO3. You're in a 2-map deficit in an elimination best of 5. You're kind of at the bottom of the barrel right now, and you don't see the light to get back up. So getting these rounds very cleanly is just only going to elevate you and your team.
Resilience is such a key word here. Being able to
ปืนนี่มัน
fight when bloodied up.
นี่ไง ปืนคนบาป โดนไปดิ
บาปจริง
All down to timing, but it is just this lesser equipped buy again from Boom, of course. An opportunity though
ถือว่าเปิดประตูรอดได้สวยช็อตนี้
start to piece together if it is going to be kind of the same similar story that Boom play on this map.
เฮ้ย โอ้
เอายืนอึ้งอยู่
ยเอ้า
คลาสสิกมันแรงขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
มันตายไวจังอะ
ได้เสียงแค่ก๊อกแล้วก็ตายห่าไปเลย
หัวปะหัวตัว
2 นัดด้วยนะ
Just try to do some damage.
Yeah, and in this sort of scenario as well, you don't really want to give away too much. You know, if
แล้
you're
ว
going for
ซื้อ
a
ปืน
flank,
แบบ
it'll give
ไป
an
อันต่อ
opportunity
วินหน้า
for Wilsons to realize that they need a bit more flank watch later in the rifle rounds. So kind of just play this one on the nose if you are Boom. Walk in with your pistols. If you see anyone, go for the fight together. If you don't, go up to the spike. Don't give them any more ultimate orbs, because you know on a map such as this, if you want to be getting in towards these sites and playing with the economy,
โอ้โห
playing
หลังจากนี้
with
นะทั้งโคตร
rotation, you want to see somebody like Fox on this breach be prioritizing ultimate.
Such an important note from our panel, talking about the impact of what John Olsen is going to be able to do on this Neon. Cracking open the site, cracking open the entry points for his team.
And so far, so good.
Well, it comes down to this bonus now, right?
Yeah,
Weaponry is good.
It's what you want to see, right? If you've been having a couple of shockers in your last couple of games, you need a good discussion with your team. You need good decision making in the server. Sometimes it actually can just be one bad agent, one bad map, right? You can bounce back in the next one, and it feels like for John Olsen so far in this tournament, you're going away from the Neon, which you actually surprisingly have adopted extremely well to find the space, to find the kills, to get the first blood.
เพิ่งกลับกันมาครับผมน้องลูซิเฟอร์
And it looks like it's going to be pretty brawly here.
Yeah.
Already holding that spray from NC Slasher inside the tree with the Odin.
เฮ้ย
And that's John Olsen taken down already. An important member here. This is just a weapon that can do so much damage. He has to fall away. He's actually caught by the fault line, but he can pop the Prowler out, which will
เดินคิวเกินเมื่อกี้
space.
The Sushi Boys, if you can try to bring the team back, they are stuck in the tree for the moment with nobody actually able to spot them out. If you are Shiro at the moment, you're not popping up that toxic screen. Aggression smoke though to come out from PDC, so Full Sense definitely realizing the fact that they cannot just braid themselves in anymore.
เฮ้ย
มาว่ะ
It is.
ดื้อไงชิโร่ดื้อไง
They do have the nano swarm that can still be popped. There is still
ได้วางครับ ได้เล่นอยู่ เฮ้ย อะไรอ่ะ เอาหน่อยซูชิ เอวโอ้โหได้จัดสเต็ปได้จัดสเต็ปได้จัดสเต็ปได้จัดครับ นี่อ่ะ
รวมบอลรวม
โอ้โหดีจัดซูชิบอย
Time though with the spike planting down, does a forward boom to get the
ไม่เล่นด้วย เอาดิ ยื้อต่อเอารู้แล้ว ถอยไปลอง
He's just keeping the focus there in one
เอาวะเล่น
position.
อย่างดี
This is such a tough retake now for Boom. Zespi going to be caught. They don't need to overstep at all, and I think they're just watching. They're sure that a flank's coming in, right? Are they going to even invest into this round? They're leaving it really late. NC Slasher will be able to at least find one. Now they've got to pick up the pace here. They're onto that. Gravity Well isn't going to be able to catch here. And NC Slash is still onto it, but that's great timing. Great awareness from
ดูดออกมาไม่ไหล
มาดิ
Massive statement from Full Sense, and they can continue this train right now. And the station is still a long way away.
Yeah, really rough for Boom when they start to take the battle against Boys, and the Guardian manages to find the kill. Right, you go from a 4 versus 5. You see the really awkward shots come
การที่คนเราแม่งไปเปิดตำแหน่งแล้วไม่ตายทำให้กดดันอยู่อย่าง
ผิวอะเมื่อกี้ผิว
ดูซูชิดิ
Shiro in the mix and Famous caught out as well. I was thinking to myself, that Gravity Well, that star location looks a little bit too far away from the spike, and it was. So for PDC, I think you need to be pulling that one in. No pun intended, a little bit more.
Pun definitely intended, but
อยากรู้เลยตะโกนว่าอะไร
players that have been relatively absent, they're returning.
And those were the two that were leading the charge when it did come over towards Lotus previously too. So you want to see them deliver right now.
เครื่องกำลังติด
โบนัสลาวเลยมันคุ้มเลยขนาดนั้น
Full Sense, so all accordingly going to the Tyres plan.
Finally reading the script, Full Sense. It's not letting any gaps open up. Fame is going to be taken down quickly, you'd expect. Sure, NC Slasher, a great shot on the Sushi Boys.
Okay.
But John Olsen's able to get the trade, and old NC Slasher, he's a long way away right now. PTC should be able to clear. Going to hold onto that line. The Haunt will at least keep him interested. Great shots. Leviathan to deny. 3 alive. And Full Sense continue their tear.
Much better.
เฮ้ยขอบคุณครูเอิร์ธนะครับสำหรับ Subscribe นะเจอนานเลยขอบคุณนะครับ
Propping John Olsen up to take the space, having Sushi Boys find impact on the lurk, the team piecing together where Boom are playing around the map as well, and you know you've got these little tricks that Boom are going to try and throw into the mix when it does come to this defensive side for them as well, with the one-ways, with the position.
เฮ้ยคุณน้องแจ็คนะครับผมน้องแจ็ค Subscribe นะครับขอบคุณนะครับผมSubscribe ของรางวัลต้นเดือนหน้านะอีกรอบนึงนะครับขอบคุณนะครับจัดไปครับผม
Now that they've got the weaponry back in their hands, but immediately for Full Sense up the guts of mid.
Oh, Shiro! Dangerous play, but it works out for him.
Feels a little bit late on the nightfall, but hey, at least Shiro managed to find those 2 kills. Now you can start to simmer as Boom. 3 versus 5. Remember, we've seen in this tournament so far, in a game, in a series, a 4 versus 5 conversion absolutely obliterated every single time, right? Don't let these leads be dropped.
You grab the opportunity, you can't let it slip away.
ยุ่งมากครับเด็กอินเตอร์เปิดเทอมเด็กไทยสอบอ๋อ
PTC
สู้
Of the nightmare.
สวยจัด
And Fox finds Zespi as well. 5 versus 3, which I
โหค่อนข้างชัดปะ
can't be dropping times like
ค่อนข้างชัดว่ะจริง
Doesn't get the right timing there, Leviathan.
3-2 ไม่ใช่ปัญหา
Just to get away. NC Slasher looking to get onto the line, and Famous the operator not
ดิน
exactly
วี่
the
มัน
weapon
จะ
to
ส
do
แปม
anything. So much
3
pressure
แน่นอน
to fall onto old NC Slasher. On up, it is available to pop into tree if he needs it.
แต่ดูใครมาหลังดูก่อน
They're so scared. And you think an agent like Fade, right? You look into those eyes.
โอ้โหปืนยังไม่ชักเลยหมอ
เรีย
นี่
บร้อย
Leviathan, he lives, he breathes in the shadows. That's where he is made, and it's Famous.
หวานเจี๊ยบ
Going away.
NC Slasher had to get 2 there in that tree pop as well. That would incentivize Famous to get back on in. Well fought back, well dug back round for PDC as well. I mean, you're exactly right. How, when he's caught down to 1 HP from the decays as well, that he's able to pull away with 2 headshots. Were they not looking at him? It was off screen. You know, they come back from that though. 5 versus 3 now in favor of Boom. Conversion goes, and they immediately call a timeout. And what do I hear in the crowd, Mitch? It's nothing. It's silence.
A gentle golf clap for Full Sense. The tension in this arena is
time to try and stem the bleeding, but straight in towards the new round, straight in towards C. Dropping the utilities immediately. It's actually just go time for Full Sense. Right on in.
John Olsen does not give a damn. Straight
บอกเลยว่าตื่นแล้ว
Leviathan and the rest of the team in tow. We've been asking so desperately, where is this Full Sense connection? And they
ตื่นกันหมดตอนนี้
showing us now. Again, it's still an eco, but I think, you know, it's going to be Famous potentially looking for another save, because look at this flank that's coming in now from PTC.
It's not going to be allowed, is it?
That's it.
To try and get some utility in towards the side at the moment, but it's a bit of a stronghold with how Full Sense are holding it.
Won't count him out just yet. NC Slasher, you know how good he's been.
ทำไมแชทพี่บัตคือยังไงครับผม
John Olsen blinded Famous, looking to get it. Famous Here we go, Komodo. We could be on here. It's going to be a little bit tricky with this post plant. They've got the
ฝืนเหรอ
BTC's positioning. Yeah, look, it's going to be a little bit too hard here to get back into that one. Famous, he's certainly trying his best here. But Fox to deny. And all we can really think about just then is damage. Cosmic Divide still available. Rolling Thunder still available.
And if you're looking at how Full Sense are going to be navigating around this seaside as well, if they are planting for Mound, they also then come along Fox's utility with the Aftershock, with the fault line too. You've just got so many different pieces of combinatory utility that they can actually throw in depending on the situation too. It's something that I really love about the comp that they've deployed in towards this map, and just the contrast of how quick they can go, but also how disconnected they can actually be together as a team too, right? Because you've got Sushi Boys who can go for these little lurks as well and play by his own. You've got PDC who can be away from the action.
They certainly let it get too close for comfort, right? Maybe not a chance at the defuse, but frags is a good sign, and now it's Groundhog Day. Seaside entered into. John Olsen, though, he's called the clear. Berserk's up close, but he doesn't want to go in yet.
No adjustment from Berserk's utility as well. The slide comes through from John Olsen towards Waterfall.
When do they go for it? Relay Vault comes out, the showstopper from Famous. He's actually going to get a catch. That's John Olsen down, Komodo. They pop the lockdown, though. They have to fight for it.
But they have to get out, actually, because the 3 versus 5, they're going to turn tail over towards the B site right now. The rotations are here from Famous and from NC Slasher. It's just to Sushi Boys by himself, isolated, taken down. Finally, Boomer on the board.
We are so back, Britama Arena. Round on the board, and that was a convincing one at that.
Absolutely, and I like, you know, that they give up the site. C is not really working too much for the Boom side. I mentioned it, there's no change of these utility positions starting to come through from Berserks over there. So instead of going for a challenge in amongst the chaos when they're sliding in and going in for their own layering, play towards the strength of your own. Team. Wait for them, play with them, get these shots in together. You've already laid the trap.
They love going quick, don't they? And they're in there straight again. A little bit of an awkward catch though here. Despy, he went really, really far forward, but just opens the door and happy to get out. NC Slasher kind of trapped in a hole.
Yeah, and if he gets overwhelmed by John Olsen, that could have been problematic, because now he's but he's just found 2 through the wall. Famous to Fox, and for PDC, it doesn't matter if you're disconnected from your team. If your team dies, you're left in a 1 versus 5.
Stoic in his moment. Isolation, he thrives. NC Slasher. What a absolute shutdown affair.
See if PDC can get anything here. But finally, Boom have found their footing in amongst Lotus.
The crowd can do all the talking for us right now, right? What it means for them to get back into this. A simple round is all it can take.
Your Full Sense, though, and now you've lost 2 in a row. Are you opting to take a timeout for yourselves as well to stop any momentum that might have been built from Boom? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course, this little time.
แต่คอมฟูลเซนคอมเนี่ยเอาจริงก็เล่นแอบเล่นยากเหมือนกันนะ
actually be used as a free bit of a timeout for the players to talk amongst
ที่
themselves.
เมื่อกี้มีคนบอกไม่มีตัวดูไกลอ่ะ
need a coach input. They can leave that later on if
ลองดูตัวดิ
starts to happen.
ไม่มีอินนี่หาข่าวเลยทำจังหวะเดียว
Money's decent for Full Sense. They can have another offense. So you're exactly right. Just take the time to let it settle down for a second.
Are we going to see them decide to go quick again, right? Because you talk about these pace changes after a timeout, after some rounds. You want to try and catch your opponents off guard. Right place, right time can still be a problem, though, and it's extremely observant in that round, right? Where NC Slasher is at the right spot to get the big old spray down.
Fast worked once, twice it's failed. Will they continue that trend?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Oh, man.
You like the idea of the shoulder peeking, but you unlike the idea of the lineup for Full Sense.
The Odin just so strong, right? Those walls are paper thin.
But as I said, right, it's only 2 rounds to come through from Boom. Have an idea.
แบบนี้ทรงเหมือนจะดีขึ้นครับผมแบบ3
able to answer on back. A quick little take over towards Rubble, and a good reveal actually to come through from the horn.
Calming down completely. A little bit more fear in their eyes.
No mound space to be taken from Boom, however, but you'll start to gather some information if you are the defender side. With the Prowler, you've got 3 players stacked over towards this side, and just spray.
เป็นงั้นไป
It's unwarranted, Mitch.
They might actually be able to get John Olsen off the back of this Nightfall. No.
Nah, just a scare tactic
That's
to get them on now.
Yeah, get rid of them.
If you're looking to try and funnel them now towards B, where you've got this trap laid, Nano at the front with the Toxic Wall to come up from Shiro. You got a pit if you need to as well, technically, but it's actually going to go over towards the other side on the map, which is C. And you do have a really nice idea from NC Slasher. Got the kill over at A, immediately booking.
โอ้มันมาโผล่อยู่นี่เฉยเลย
He's trying to play with his food here.
They're still so unsure about where they want to end up.
มันดูแน่นไปหมดเลยวะนะ
The thing is, you've got no fault line. You got
โยกไปไหนก็แน่นไปหมดเลยตอนเนี้ย
lock down one lane of sight. So you got to
โอ
have
ดินนี่
something
แม่งอยู่
come
ที่
through from one of the other players. You need to have PDC almost play with you at the moment. 30 seconds to try and draw more players to this C site, but it's not going to happen right now. Boom are not rotating.
Throwing out that relay bolt. Now they're really trying to get in
Ow.
here. They're relying on it all. They
Đi
found
chửi.
the pick with Zesty.
Ow,
Can he be
tẹt
the
một.
hero that they deserve?
วาง
No.
เอดิ
Continuing forward will be Leviathan, so they're so split up. It's going to be 2 1v1.
Berserk ต้องเล่นกับ PDC ครับ
I think Berserk's, he can just keep him interested here. It's going to be so much reliance.
And because PDC is playing Astra, he can put stars down onto the spike and still have a bit of an impact. It's all on the Berserk, but actually it's all on the fight. It might actually be on the site itself now.
The pit goes down. He's going to pin it all down here. PTC
One
is
down.
way too far away. Leviathan just needs to try and buy enough timing. He's called the bluff for the time being, but he needs to call it for even longer because as he wraps in, that is going to start to connect there.
He's seen it, not
ถอยมาดิถอยมาดิ
He's got the
Ui,
hit denied, destroyed. PTC, the timing, it's enough and Berserk's. He's
บ้าจัดวินเพลย์นี้
part of that at all. That is the round secured for full sense. And my God, this is the thing, Komodo, that I just want to very briefly touch on. Leviathan, the youth of the
ได้
team,
ได้ไง
the
วะพี่
newest addition.
เพลงนี้บ้าจัดอะ
That level of
ได้
composure
ดู
in a
เหมือน
moment
จะหลับ
like
นะฮะ
that
แต่
is
กลับมาได้
just
เฉย
insane.
Playing to the numbers at that point in time as well, you know that you've got reliance on PDC if you need to with the gravity well to buy a bit of time. He had already started to make his rotation.
เซตบิลมันไม่เอาแล้วพี่
I
มันไม่เล่นแล้ว
had my eyes so keenly prized on that A fight here for these trades as well because that was literally the crucial moment of the round. It was 2 versus 2 in that scenario and the Leviathan, not only did he clutch the round, but more importantly, he made sure that the trade was going. They still paranoid it. They still cleared it even if they've not got an idea that anyone's there. They're making sure they're not giving Boom opportunity here.
Not as quick either. Happy to take mound control, but that's all for now. They've got the lines locked down here. Famous is just keeping a keen eye on that door.
Hero just needs to make sure he's looking the correct way.
สวย
But no.
โอ้แล้ววินสำคัญด้วยดิ อันเนี้ย
Absolutely perfect there. They
นี่แบบว่า
managed to get 2 frags
บูมมึงซื้อเยอะมากอะ
PTC tag low.
เอาจริงพอมันยึด
Doesn't matter
มัน
now they call for
ฟูเซน
safety.
ทำหลายรอบแล้ว
Gonna go in
พอมา
and
เทคหน้าบีอะ
denied
ให้
John
ซีลอง
Olsen.
เปิดประตูอะหน้าบีปั่น
And he
ป่วน
continued. Inside this dark cover, he's
Ow.
tried to slip the wickets, but
ฟอก
Zesty gets
ถ้าโดน
one
สักนัด
back.
นะเมื่อกี้
Now it's Zespi and
ปั่น
NC
เจ็บ
ใช่
มากครับ
2 versus 3, which might
Ow.
actually be a
That's
workable
enough.
scenario. The first one is found. The
เฮ้ย
second as well is gone.
Oh.
But utility pull.
โอดินมันแบบ
For the trade. Mitch,
จุก
I'm
จิก
looking
จัด
at
แต่
the
โอดิน
5
อะ
versus 3 that they lost earlier. I'm looking at player advantages for Boom. This time, they come back from a player disadvantages because they're quick
ช็อตนี้ไม่ควรนะ
for the retake.
5-3 ตอนแรก
See Slasher again. He's been continuing this form. He's been able to just be a
ต้องรีกรุ๊ปอะ
rose in the side of a thorn rather. It's just such big impact time and time again, and just how he was able to set up that for the trade. It's just perfection from the man.
And needed as well, right? You're looking at that 9-3 curse or whatever you want to say in this one, but we've still got 2 rounds to be able to play for Boom to come back. And this
โหแล้ว
round
จ
as
นเลย
well
วินนี้
is a little bit
ต้องฮาร์ฟบาย
for
ไว้
full
ฟูลบาย
sense.
วินหน้า
A little bit lackluster on the weaponry. But you do have
แต่มี
Fox
อันติ
with the
จอนครับ
you do have Fox with the
เสก
bow
ได้
and
อยู่
arrow. You might actually be able to fashion a pretty quick pop into a site you've not
เฮ้ย
gone in.
โอ้โห
เฮ้ยป๊อต
How does he do it time
อะไรขนาดนั้นนะ
again?
One spot to look towards on the opponent's eco round.
เอา
One
มันจับ
spot
เกินป่ะพี่
put up the
ใช่
wall. And they're hurting. Not just from the output of that round, but the ability to knock their health down, to just stare straight down the barrel of it. Imagine the difference if Shiro doesn't find John Olsen in that spot. That department is aim. That is all aim in that scenario, Mitch.
Just being able to reset the crosshair and keep the kick forward. Last round of the half. And they're all locked up inside main here.
If they have an idea how close they are, the paranoia is primed.
John Olsen out, and he's managed to get out.
ผมมันยังลากไปหนึ่ง
NC Slasher gets one back, and now the
เอ้าเอาดิซีบิวหมดแล้วของหมดแล้วเนี่ยซีบิวอะ
Nightmare
หมด
makes
แล้ว
it really awkward, but they can reset from this.
Absolutely. Again, once more, no space taken by Berserks over at
โด
Mount.
นสแปม
Something that Boom has not really been able to do, and it's playing with early rotation timings by finding information of their own variety.
Slasher in the same position.
ตัวซ้ายเดี๋ยวคอยดูนะตัวปัญหาเลย
เดี๋ยวให้บีทแง้มก่อน เนี่ยเอาตัวช็อปไปเลย อัพเดอร์ช็อค อัพเดอร์ช็อคไง เฮ้ย
Can't do it. Sushi Boys gets the trade, but Shiro, he's right in position. That lockdown will be popped, and now he can deny it.
And the door, they heard it going open. So secluded on the site. Now is Fox.
Rolling Thunder. Is he going to be able to pop it early enough? I think he might have to try. He might have to use it. He might be walking up into
โอ้
Shiro.
เข้ามาแล้ว
My God, the captain, the leader. They will follow him far. He has done it once
ไม่ต้อง
again.
8-4-9-3 เลย
in this half.
จะได้
But for full sense, enough to still have some great worth in this map as well. 7 is nothing to scoff at for them, even if they start to drop things.
มันไม่มี
even if
ข่าว
the
ไงครับ
crowd
มี
starts
หา
to
ของ
get
หาข่าว
back up
เดิน
and
แง้ม
at it right now. The ideas are still kind of present with them as well. I love what they do outside the lobby with the timing. He's probably the loudest of the whole crowd here.
Louder than me, man. John Olsen, though. Loud on the
ขอพลังหมูเด้งจงสถิตกับทุกคน โอ้โห
And this is something Boom didn't do. This is what I was talking about in highlighting. They never pushed over towards Mound to get this information. But right now, Boom have the correct read. Hey, no one's home. They actually can take the deeper space. They can set themselves up for essentially full sense are attacking this spike now.
Super weird, right? You know, Full Sense could have potentially put the accelerator down, but they didn't.
How much time do they wait to try and clear out all of rubble, all of the tree as well? Because that's time that goes in Boom's favor.
They've got it now. They know where exactly they should be.
Here comes the
They've got
retake.
lots of positions to overwhelm, don't they, Komodo? Only clear into
ช้าไปปะวะ
PTC Slasher spotted. Will get the shot off. PTC
นี่ไง
one for the money, two for the trouble. And
สวยเลย
Johnson
สวยเลย
as well. Zesty,
สวยเลย
my friend.
เฮ้ย
I don't
ฟอร์เร
think
น
you've got
สวยเลยครับ
motivates here. And that is another pistol round secured here for Full Sense, the Thai powerhouse.
Yeah, that's actually a really huge retake to come through from them as well. 5 alive.
แต่ข้อดีก็คือ
bonus on the back of that because
สกิลรีเทคมันค่อนข้าง
doing in that round. They get in towards the
หนา
side.
แน่น
They
อยู่
get up towards heaven and drop and everything, but they don't actually
ดาว
try to do
ส
anything
ตัน
apart from that.
บาย
No
บีท
exploration, a little bit further to clear all the stairs apart from the prowler. So you'll have the idea that the full retake is kind of coming on forward. Fox a little bit late, but if you're wanting to extend it a little bit more, you're going with a buddy. You're trying to figure out, all right, where are they coming from? You're trying to then catch the timing back on your opponents who would generally think you're going to sit on the site that you've got the spike plant.
They're going to change the pace off the back of it, straight down the guts. Sushi Boys. I mean, look, this is not exactly a prime position for this Spectre. Following the tracking, right? That's scary. You've got to be so careful now, but they open the door. PTC goes for the fight, but does he go too far? Fox, be careful, my friend.
He got the gun, though, off the back of that Ferrari previously, so it's back to an advantage for Full Sense.
Oh, man, I was going to say, it's like shaking the nest of hornets right there, trying to get in there. Do you really want to fight against the bee? The Fox, he will. And he's absolutely okay with it too.
โอ้โห
Teamwork makes the
ถือ
dream
ว่า
work.
โอเคอยู่ โอเคเลยแหละเนี่ย
Continue the streak.
Yeah, the biggest thing, about Valorant is the pistol round and the anti-eco. If you're getting both of them, that's
เมื่อกี้น้องพีบอกต้องลงสถานีอะไรนะ พร้อมพงษ์ใช่ไหม
พร้อมพงษ์พี่
of rounds that you can just collect upon where your opponents are generally
ผมนึกว่าเอาเป็นพารานอยไปแล้วนะ
and you're still then getting a bonus potentially rifle rounds.
จบแบบนี้ต้องออกเลยนะเนี่ย
these maps that you need to be ensuring that you're trying to
เฮ้ย
find to
พี่
establish a really good foot in front of the other right now. So the fact that Full Sense have been able to get those two now going into a bonus round, which is actually looking pretty good in their gun department. Light shields are up for a couple of them. The space now around rubble, but look at this deployment from Full Sense. 3 of them are here.
Ready to activate now. Paranoia is good. Shiro, no! John also might be able to get the catch though, but
Wait,
he gets
John.
the pot shot, the clay pigeon.
จะมี5 แมปแหละตรงนั้น
Heavens.
And Slasher needs to be careful right now with the spray.
ได้ตัวหนึ่งเราไปแล้ว ได้กำไรได้กำไร
นี่มันต้องอย่างนี้นี่
เอาใหม่
Shut down. Pushed off the pedestal. A place that he is familiar with in this tournament.
John Olsen decided to fall back very wisely as well to play with the numbers. Now you've got a bit of an extension for what could actually be this B crunch. A deep alarm bot to keep in check that no one pushes a bit deeper.
Bam.
Gotta be so careful here, Sushi Boys. He wants to entertain it, but Berserks is going to get that first, and it brings it back to a 4v4.
And because Fox is gone, that means that you don't have the reliance on these stuns and flashes, specifically the aftershock when it comes to a B retake.
So awkward, right? PTC trying to wrap around, but they've got that deep control.
Oh, they've got it.
Actually, now gathered, John Olsen wants to try and fight it, but this angle, you know, NC Slasher can just really try to bully him here, just try to keep him out of the opportunity. Now Sushi Boy's trying to enter in, and there it is. NC Slasher again, this Odin is so scary to fight up against. Leviathan.
ไม่ตายด้วย
Timing's not good enough because NC
ขอนัดนึงไม่ได้เหรอ
He watches his back. He will not have the knife go in and get twisted.
It is just a bonus at the end of the day to come through from Boom, but it is good to see that they are all aligned in how they want to navigate back in towards it when they have a bit of a deficit in the beginning. Absolutely paramount shots to come through from NC Slasher is always going to be a bonus. Who is, well, is now one away from the Nightfall coming in towards the next round. So that can actually be a really potent ult to go in with for this attack.
เดี๋ยวดูทีมงานก่อนทีมงานออกตอนไหนออกพร้อมทีมงาน
Have a little bit lesser equipped for Fox and PDC has this gun. No, Zespi's won that.
ตายเถอะ
Absolutely, they just kind of half cooked it right there, hey?
Oh, this is
Trade's coming back though.
It's just a battle in two different places that is kept equalized.
3-3.
Zespi though on 30 HP. So PDC can technically just
ถ้าได้แมปนี้นี่แบบมาแน่แมป4แมป5
Just get the information and call for your teammates as well.
Live in the head now. Play the information game if you're Boom.
A little bit of a tickle, but you know what that means? You can start to get mound spaces Boom, and you can still get that orb for NC Slasher. You want to try and get that Nightfall going in. You can follow the traces, which in this current position is really important. You want to get the information on where your opponents are. B is actually open. They have to have an idea that the rotation could actually go back there for Boom.
It's back online, alarm bot there too. Get the info.
หวัดเสียว
Halfway dark cover.
ตั้งแต่โดนสินไปสาไปรู้สึกตื่นตัวกันขึ้นมานิดนึงหรือเปล่า
Right now, PTC has been
ยังครับผมเพิ่งมาตื่นตัวตอนอาบิทเมื่อกี้
This is a really challenging retake now for Full Sense.
Yeah, from 3 different angles potentially as well. Does PDC continue to wrap back around through the ruins? You're going to see Fox and Sushi Boys holding together as a unit. I would like to see the fault line in with the flashpoint. There's actually the Nightfall only pinging one. You have to have someone watching this flank now to come through.
I think they've done that on purpose as well. Just getting the catch onto the one to get the info. Time is ticking.
PDC ยิง CPU NC Slasher นัดเดียว
He needs to activate. He needs to clear everything.
PDC ต้องไวกว่านี้ครับ
Playing it close. Does he get caught by the fault line?
Oh.
No, he plays it.
เฮ้ยได้เล่นได้เล่น
Up in the face of these players. He's an entertaining fellow, isn't he? Fox gets the trade. But now this eye has to go into PTC.
เฮ้ยสวย
นี่ไง
The famous NC Slasher.
เฮ้ย
He's got the weapon.
เฮ้ย
But Fox.
มาดิครับ
He will deny.
มาดิ
And that is double digits here for Full Sense. They can't believe it.
You've heard of a fox amongst the hen house, but right now it's in the wolf den. And they're not happy about that one. The one at the end to seal the deal, and I was looking at how scary PDC was going to be. And you know why I kept saying about this outlaw, Mitch? Because the remaining players didn't have the full shields to come through. A single shot is all it was going to be able to take to remove them from the play, and that's exactly what happens at the end there. So well traded out for Full Sense to keep a grasp on Lotus.
เป็นแวนดอลแม่งลอยหน่วยวิ่งไวกว่า
อืดจัดอะ
เป็นโคตรปืนขี้โกง
I was so surprised that NC Slasher just didn't grab the orb and they set up for the C-sided hit with how
เกาะนี่อร่อย
the ult can actually clear in towards the side.
ชิบหายเป็นไม่ยิงให้
มีเพื่อนก็ปิดมุมเหมือนกัน
Little bit of forward space
กำลังเนียนเลย
for Boom. I would say relatively free of charge with just a single haunt.
เดี๋ยวยังไม่ชัวร์เดี๋ยวดูทีมงานกับน้องเมฆ
It's actually a really powerful position from them again to get an early read on what's happening from Boom.
คือพี่ยังไม่รู้ว่ามันรถมันจะติดขนาดไหนเนี่ยหรอปะมันต้องไปเร็ว
ไปก่อนหนึ่ง
Gets the first catch. Famous getting in there nice and quickly though. The paranoia is good.
But can they set up for a post plant now if the spike does go down because they've not been really too successful?
And it doesn't quite go the way they wanted either. Does go into position now, and it is going to be popped. And NC Slash can avoid the rolling thunder.
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยว
Looks at here, NC Slash
โอเค
ได้อยู่
ได้อยู่
Crucial shot. PTC
เหลือสองครับ
They get back into it. Zesby, my eyes are on you, my friend. Cosmic Divide goes down.
โอ้โหดิ้งด้วยนะเกือบ
But it is not going to happen here, and that is perfection on the retake. Full sense. They put themselves one step closer to the edge, and boom, cannot let themselves break.
เตียต้ามันวางทับสไปไม่ได้
น่าจะได้นะ
แล้วมันก็จะกู้เห็นครึ่งนึงนะ
ใช่ก็เห็นแบบเห็นสไปขึ้นลง
Why wouldn't you in a scenario like this?
Right down. But also trying to make something work here, and he's just keeping them entertained at this point in time. He doesn't need to overstay.
ไล่หน้าซีก่อน
ไม่ให้เดิน
Still continue forward here, John Olsen, but no, he's just going to let that ultimate simmer and get out of there with some info.
Boom aren't hesitant in this scenario. They're playing by the numbers together to make sure that they can
ผมว่ามันก็เข้าบีอยู่เดิม
Now I would like to see them go for this proper mound control. Have a bit of a B split to come on through as well. You know, time and time again, that on the back
ตอนนี้ฟูเซนกำลังหาข่าวด้วยกัน
น้องเบสครับแบบที่ 4 ครับผม
You know that generally they've gone for these
เฮ้ยแบบที่ 3 แบบที่ 3 แบบที่ 3
Shiro's seen nothing come up through towards A just yet. No real utility to be recycled over at the lobby. So you're kind of piecing together an idea for Boom that it kind of might actually be more tailored towards there.
Braden set up nicely.
Oh, both of them shooting that haunt as well gives you an idea.
อุ้ยอะไรอ่ะ
Great shot from Famous. Now the showstopper.
สวยอยู่
Can't do anything with it. He's denied by the aftershock.
Bad timing. He's noggin on the roof.
ปักอันตีมาไม่ได้ใช้ด้วย
กระโดดติดไปที
Famous, and that is rough that you didn't be able to use that. 20 seconds now on towards this C side.
อุ้ยฟ็อกเอาดี
อุ้ย
เอาดีฟ็อกแซด
I think he's done his part here, Komodo. John Olsen, don't overstep, my friend.
ผมไปฟังเสียงข้างบนไง
Don't get too excited. The Wolves Den is fierce, and you cannot play with fire. And now going in quick here, trying to deny that spike plant, but they've just missed the narrative. Walking on in. From the shadows is there if they need it. 2 away from the Viper's pit for Shiro. But Sushi Boys, they are backed up together. They are looking to try and get into this dark cover onto the middle of the site. But he's lost the ball. And that Shiro again. It might have been an overstep here unless Sushi Boys can be the hero that Full Sense need to try and find map. But it's Zesby. He's been quiet.
แล้วตัวนี้ไม่ค่อยลั่นด้วย
But he will return when the Undertaker is called for.
The party man has a plan at the end of that one to not overstep, to let his teammate play contact as well, and to watch the other angles in that scenario. I was absolutely agreeing with you for the John Olsen situation there as well. You've got a 3 versus 2. How many retakes have we seen successful for Full Sense so far when they're playing by the numbers? This time, they throw away the numbers. It's spilt around. And it does falter in the end for them. Full Sense, they can taste it round 12. But they have to find it without giving opportunity back to Boom.
A little bit of blood in the water. You know, Shark can smell that out from a mile away, and that's Boom in the coming back.
This time taking space though.
ทำไมนักพากย์เสียงดังจัง
Instead, Shiro keeping them in.
เพราะว่านักพากย์น่าจะอินโดครับผม
different idea because of this deeper utility that comes through from PDC. Do you want to call something for your team to come back over here and play one-dimensionally with a prowler from NC Slasher when the haunt comes back online because he's only got 1 now.
เขาอยู่ที่อินโดใช่ครับ
All the front side of B.
Looking a little bit hesitant here, Boom.
Oh, it did get a reveal on towards John Olsen, that prowler. So there's an idea that they know someone is taking this forward rubble space. Shiro spots out and confirmed.
They've still got the star there to be utilized.
Meanwhile, there's a nano and an alarm bot in this smoke too, with a lockdown going on down for Boom. Kinda unanswerable, actually, so you need to stall. Sushi Boy's not in a spot to find it, but the combo
ทำไว้แล้ว
utility, actually.
โคตรดีครับโคตรดีครับเอาปักดิเอาดิมาดิอุ้ย
มารอสตาร์ทมันออกก่อน
โอ้ดับฝันเลยอย่างนี้ดีทุกอย่างแต่ไม่ได้ปักตรงคือไง
Relay bolt for John Olsen doesn't quite catch, but it will in the end. He is traded though.
เสียดาย
Now has to be the hero again, the clutch man. So many omens are able to do this, but not Puppy
โอ้
Two.
โหไม่เสียดายวินนี้วะอันนี้คืออ่านขาดทั้งหมดแล้วนะรีแลกบุ๊กเลยช็อตนี้
They're getting it close, but they are getting it over the line.
เมื่อกี้ถ้าปักลึกได้เล่นนะแล้วก็ไม่ต้องไปเทรดไม่ต้องไปฝืนเพราะเวลาน้อยแล้วอะ
That it's more than just the meta game to come through from Full Sense. They have forward thinking from a position that's not in an armchair, right? They don't have the bird's eye view. They are the B site. This one though, you are at the lesser weapon range. One squad, no full buy, and you're going forward.
Actually managed to find
เอ้า
1, 2.
อะไรอะ
What a position from
โอ้มันเอาเพย์มาดิ
getting some back though. He does get punished in the end. Leviathan needs to try and find something, but it won't happen. And now Sushi Boy's a long way from home with just a sheriff.
We've questioned this whole time where his fame has been. He's not adapting to the meta. He's not getting in front. It's okay because Zespi got in front this time. Famous is there for a lot of the trades, and Sushi Boy's 1-on-3.
You can hear what it means to this crowd right now.
ใกล้เข้ามาเรื่อย
Another step forward. 2 rounds the difference here. Full Sense was so far ahead of this curve, Komodo.
And they're quiet right now.
Oh yeah.
This arena can be so claustrophobic when you can see a whole crowd around you as well. You turn your head, you look up, you feel the pressure. You can feel the vibrations in the floor from these chants as well. And unfortunately for Full Sense, they know that these chants are not for them.
Either embrace the nightmare or let it terrify you. John
โอ้จอน
caught, famous to say.
เฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะ
เฮ้ย
คืออะไรอ่ะ
Shot to boot, now punished.
ฮะ
Back to a 3-on-3 as John
มันซีบิวเวอร์อยู่อันเนี้ย
Yeah, that's a really
แล้วฟ็อกอัลตูช็อคได้2
actually removing Famous, who just came away with the 3K, removing Shiro as well. You rely upon him to come out with a little bit of these later positions to be able to just isolate these angles, to hold them together as a unit when it comes into these positions. But a 3 versus 3 now for Boom to try and establish a plant. And I'm looking towards Fox with the ultimate.
ไม่ไอ2 คนตรงนั้นมันโดนดูดเหรอดูไม่ทันเมื่อกี้โดนอัลตูช็อค2 คนงงๆมันทำอะไรกันตรงนั้นวะนะ
Can he be the libero of Karasuno? It's coming out now. That rolling thunder.
Good timing on that smoke.
โอ้แล้วโดนดึงขาอยู่พอดีไงโคตรสวยเอาดิโอดินเจอโอดินครับจังหวะนี้
They've got the post plant utility. Zespi, will he be broken? Another little bit of information thrown out by Fox. They have to try and get onto this.
อุ้ยคมหวานเจี๊ยบเฮ้ย
And now Sushi Boys can get it to hard.
แข็งไว้ซูชิ
He will do it.
ไม่รู้จักซะแล้วโปรโนเฟก
No jump spot peak to come through from
ไม่กระโดดเลยเหรอ
ๆไม่เช็คไปทางนั้นไม่นับเวลาด้วย
A 2 versus 2, a stick on the defuse because time was bought to get it towards half. Mitch, what environment did Sushi Boys come from?
จะเป็นเจนจีนี่ลาเกียนับให้แล้วฮะ
He wants to go back.
โอ้ลาเกียบอกออกไปเช็คแล้วเมื่อกี้
So close to being broken, Komodo. Imagine the
เคย
if Boom
เนี่ย
were to come
ไว้คอมมันอะจับไปไม่กำลังนับถอยหลังสไปให้เพื่อน
to stick that as
โอ้ย
Sushi Boys and the pace
คือถึงบอกว่าเจนจีขาดลาเกียไม่ได้อะ
They are looking to fight
ทั้งมิดลาวคอทั้งทำทุกอย่าง
It'll be the last round here on map number 3 for Lotus, giving us the 4th, or it could be the 3rd overtime in a row for Boom.
How dare you utter those words,
I'm
Komodo?
gonna say them for this crowd.
I'm all for it.
เมื่อกี้ฮอกรีดดังมันมีผลไหมผมว่ายากอยู่นะบางทีอาจจะกรีดเพราะว่ารู้ว่าแม่งดักอยู่หรือก็กรีดเพราะว่า
มันอยู่ที่ผู้เล่น
เดายากดิ
มันอยู่ที่ผู้เล่นบางคนใช้เสียงเชียร์เป็น
ใช้เป็นคนนึงรู้เลยคิงอะคิงเอ็นเอ
มันมีคนใช้เยอะมีคนใช้เยอะถ้าได้แบบนี้เปอร์เซ็นต์รีเวิร์สสูงมาก
อย่าด้วย
Another round where the time could
really go
down to about 20 or so seconds before they decide to go on in, try and set Famous up with the showstopper.
The execution now is the time.
นี่อ่ะ
The question, the
นี่
answer
อ่ะ
is nowhere.
จบปีเงี้ย30 วิเอ้า
เฮ้ย
What the Fury come out he was looking for it he wants to scream to the crowd a roar out as he looks for more but we aren't done just yet because Sushi Boys looks to bring it back
ว่าไม่ได้ไปไหน
has to be the hero in this round because Leviathan is looking forward can't quite destroy that
ยากเลย
that's going to keep him interested as NC Slasher finds another and Leviathan he wants no bar of it Berserks is here and the rage is too much for Full Sense
Pockets are starting to bleed dry for Full Sense right now as well, so priority on this Vandal into the next round. I was saying it, time is an issue once again for Boom. Is it going to undo them? But they shift on through towards the B side, a massive entry opener.
Snap Tap Moment เหรออยากลองคีย์บอร์ด Snap Tap บ้างอ่ะมันขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
To deny entry and to deny a potential comeback.
There is one answer for Boom. Overtime. The only way they can do it.
So now you're saying it.
I love a comeback story.
อะไรอ่ะ
Sorry, you're playing non-neon and you're running and you're getting a shot like that.
I told you, man. He's beat his chest. He's screaming. He's raging.
Here we go, though. This is the bled dry round for Full Sense on the back of what John Olsen might be able to.
เมื่อกี้คือ Snap Tap เลยใช่ไหม
PDC given the Vandal.
หรือว่า Lucky
Playing a little bit more reserved. They don't want to be running in towards a stack. Actually be over towards this B site. They hear the Vandal.
I think Full Sense really need this round.
Well, it would give them the map. Let's see. Shift back over towards the A site. Shiro again. Powerful thing a Viper can be on a map like Lotus, because you can really play with the timing of this wall up and down. Once more the timing though, over on Mound from Full Sense, they have the info that it's not C. They can rotate over towards A because they opened the B rotate door and no one was home.
ไม่น่าแบนนะวาโลไม่น่าแบน
Right now, and you know what I'm expecting when they start to scale in. John
ไอ้
Olsen
Snap
is
Tap
gonna get electric.
Ready for it. It's his time to shine
ไอ้
now.
เนี่ยนะไอ้
The siege is going to go in and it's the catch potentially. But
ใช่
he's been punished and it's Berserk
ไปวัดกันเราท้าย
to go for glory. The Fury Road continues.
And immediately, Meow, straight onto the screen, pointing, realizing what has happened. Here, there, everywhere. If there is a timeout to come through from the teams right now, he knows exactly what he has to say to get into this game, how to get us into overtime. If not, the team, well, unfortunately, they're going to have to realize it themselves, and that's exactly what is going to happen, because Boom have expended the T's.
Another opportunity for Full Sense, this time fully equipped. Lockdown's there, John Olsen going for the same old play, and this time they're going to give him the freedom.
I would love to just see Boom immediately waltz in towards
อ๋อแบนฟังก์ชันไม่ได้แบนคีย์บอร์ด
getting a pit established. If they can do it
แต่ล่าสุดมีนักแข่งใช้คีย์บอร์ดที่มีฟังก์ชันเปิดเองนักแข่งโดนปรับแพ้
An operator for Famers, by the way, on this attacker's side, and a noted for NC Slasher as well. So there's really a priority to get in towards this site. Sushi Boys is setting himself up for an early lockdown too, which actually could be disrespected if Boom want to. On the back of the pop from the Alarm Bot and the Nanos. Prowler in first to clear. Still, if you can get Famers deeper in towards the site, they can start to try and remove this lockdown that now gets deployed.
เอาละครับปักมาปักกลับครับผมเฮ้ยคืออะไรอ่ะโอ้โหฉลาดเลยอ่ะเฮ้ย
the pits, the man, he knows how to fight the good fight.
And you've still got complete mound control for Boom. They know the flank isn't there.
อุ้ยช็อตนี้มันอินเซนจัดอ่ะ
They've got this locked on down as he slasher onto John.
He's gone, the big man.
เหมือนมันอ่านจังหวะไว้หมดแล้วอ่ะช็อตเนี้ย
The snake will bite and Famous will continue. It's all over. They will not go.
โอ้โหช็อตนี้
Another overtime on this map for
ช็อตนี้เป็นเพลย์ที่ แม่งสุดยอดมาก
Without giving a damn fight.
In the words of Gary Onko, are you not entertained, Britsama Arena?
What a performance of a round to come through from Boom.
ไม่นักพากย์มันอยู่ฝั่งเดียวเลยวะ
Lockdown's gonna be there. They don't get scared by the utility. Shiro puts down the pit. Berserks puts down the lockdown, and they play patiently. They don't immediately try and go to remove the opponent's lockdown. Instead.They catch Sushi Boys in their own.
พูดเลยโหชมชิโร่ช็อตเลยบ้าจัด
realm of overtime. Are Boom gonna actually 3-0 the series that everybody thought was a 5-mapper?
It's had the length, it's had the longevity. Full Sense certainly haven't rolled over in.
ไม่เมื่อกี้พี่วางแผนไว้แล้วพี่จะเปิดอันนี้เดนแล้วครับผมเมื่อกี้
Right now it just may not be enough.
Sushi Boys as an operator on the killjoy here.So there is an extreme premium for him to be hitting a shot at this C site. Getting out of dodge, meanwhile. Nobody over there is giving him an opportunity. Berserks has set his utility over there. And he's just waiting patiently.
The offense was so strong for Full Sense. Can they capitalize on it with this positional advantage? The fault line, though, is going to catch Cess.Narrowly missing, but the shrouded step will get him some safety.
Time to be bought from this toxic screen as well, but you don't want to overstay your welcome if you are Boom. For Full Sense, though, they force a lot of utility on out, and I was mentioning what Sushi Boys needed to try and find with this operator, right? Instead of duel, early utility starting to be popped out, actually.Makes it a bit weaker.
Utility too. Yeah, you've seen it.
But the rotations start to come. Lurk autonomy from PDC over at the A door. It's going to be pushing Zest back, but now it's all onto Berserk. He needs himself. He needs Shiro, and Shiro's gone. There is a trade.
Berserk's has been the hero before Komodo.
โอ้ยได้สายอยู่
Opened up with one, but now as they get in towards the side, he's going to fall
ได้เล่นครับ
retake.
Operator again for Sushi Boys. Remember, but the space, the full site to be cleared.
เฮ้ยเร็วทานใจเย็น
The crosshair
โอ้
placement looking perfect
เกือบขวิด
right
นะ
now,
เมื่อ
but
กี้
that spike falls in.
วางเป้าตรงด้วย
If Fox gets one, he gets the rolling thunder.
นี่ไง
นี่อย่าครับทุกคน
Not the
มาดิ
weapon you'd be expecting in
นี่
a
ไง
ตีเอาไปสอง
He wants to continue. It's his moment. It's his time. The battle of
นี่
ตี
ไง
เอาไปสามอ่ะพี่
มือสไนเก่าครับผม
when it's the Sentis
เรียบร้อย
ซูชิ
Full Sense
โอเปอเรเตอร์ไป
จบ
where they most needed him. Sushi Boy showed up to the plate.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. But again, it's what I'm saying, right? When you're in that situation that you have an operator, especially as a Killjoy, you are point and click territory. You need to make sure you're hitting the shots. And they were so patient in how they deployed their forces back towards this seaside at the end there as well. He started to clear what he could of the utility from Berserks.
โคตรคุ้มเลยซื้อออฟมาตัน
Forced him to be uncomfortable.
กำลังคิดอยู่ว่า
เห็
เฮ้
น
ย
ตะโกนเลยพี่
Now Full Sense again.
พลาดอะ
เอ้ยเมื่อกี้มึงก็ตะโกนไงซูชิอ่ะ
มัน
ว่า
อยู่
แบบ
ฝั่งเดียวเลย
มันซูชิอยู่ไงเมื่อกี้นิดนึง
T-sided operator, hey. To change the narrative, to shift the story.
เซนบอกว่าตะโกนเยอะไปพักก่อนให้พักคอ
Bar Leviathan for Full Sense. They start to scale up through towards pillars. It's a different look, but Berserk finds one, a trade. It's John Olsen down.
Such an important pick there. 27 points of HP for Berserks. Only 2 ticks away from that lockdown, Komodo.
Yeah. Got the right idea of pushing in towards Moundjet again, but he is on an island by himself. Meanwhile, Full Sense rotates towards the A side. Big info for Leviathan. A tickler as well.
เจ็บปวด
As his Harry Potters go low, his team needs to help.
อ๋อเล่นรีเทคครับ
Moving on in now. Already trying to take as much control as possible. Fox has got to be so careful. They're going to be given the site for free. They want to fight this in the retake.
Yeah, but remember, this has been problematic for Boom. They've been terrible at holding the site down.
อุ้ยคุ้มฟ็อก
3 on 3. Spike just
จังหวะ
planted.
ชับช่วย
ได้เล่นเลยเงี้ย3-3ได้เล่นเลย
Equalizers right now, and there's a moment in time where he can do this. We look back. Berserk's famous NC Slasher. They've been so good in this recovery mission to try and take it to overtime again. They're going to hold off for just a split second here. Now the offense comes in. Full Sense. They're getting ready for it here. It is going to be all eyes on Famous. Locked into position. Will they clear? Yes, they will. But with those nanos, the time's going to start ticking. There's a horse available, and he can just get that spray down. They're going to need to deny him. They're going to need to take him. But once
โอ้ยไปกันต่อ
Full Sense, they will not roll over and die.
I'm telling you, man, this A site has been atrocious for Boom to be able to try and hold through when they get the plant down. There's no initial. Jiro hasn't had the best performance when it comes to the breach in this tournament so far, so I'm excited to see if he can set
โดนฉับฉวยแต่แรกๆกันไป
up the team, which so far so good.
Great Jewel, great opening there, but can they find something back here? The paint shells.
ทำไมมันไม่เห็นไปจอแยกได้เลย
Yeah, and the space starting to be taken over at A as well. You know, some teams really rely upon finding this deeper one way and trying to take this A main control right now. Boom, not able to do that on this defensive side. So Zespi, bit of assistance from his team because he really is here by himself.
In for a world of hurt or a world of opportunity, right? Able to watch it. Dark cover goes down, but he's not going to know. He does. Actually manages to use that to his advantage now. And the paranoia goes out perfectly. Zespi gets the job done for Boom. And he's made it work all on his lonesome.
What did we see an absence of in the previous map, Mitch? What did we see we needed?
โอ้มันต้องมากดแอปเสร็จในเครื่องด้วยไงทำยังไงให้มันแบบไม่ต้องมาไอ้รีเควสตลอดวะ
You know in Valorant, I'm saying it again, 4 free rounds essentially, right? Generally, if you're getting both pistols, you get the other 2. So the fact that Boom are able to start off this one comes down to a little bit of timing for Zespi as well. He's fine from the other short side. He's got his teammate Cypher Trapwire to look after that one. He needed focus on the elbow push, and it comes out. Not a lot of bullets, by the way, in that chamber to be able to find John Olsen, but he still got it done.
The amount of times Sources have been caught not checking their corners, man.
Oh, yeah. But same can be said actually for Boom too. So at least they managed to wrangle that one back. No plant for Full Sense either, so this one's just going to be one of those yeehaw rounds to see what the Sheriffs can do. And apart from that, maybe, just maybe, if you can get a kill or 2 onto them.
Damage onto John Olsen, keeping them at bay at the moment, not allowing them free entry in towards this B site.
That's it. Put up the fist and say stop.
ต้องอะไรเซตอัพ username and password หรอ connection อะ
Letting them kind of stew on it for a little bit, right? Fox has been starved of information towards A.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of the things for Boom not running this over on a comp like this is you don't actually get any utility acknowledgement that your opponents are there, so you really don't have to see Famous just get on these lines and try to find all of the frags, which so far, again, another one to open up.
Great shot from Famous. John Olsen has to try and find something here, but the wingman will take him down. They've been able to reposition here, Famous. Not exactly in the best spot. But we'll hold on for longer. Just really sort of pushing them back as best as possible right now. But Shiro and NC Slash, they make it work.
And now they know both here, and they get them. Really well done for the change up as well. The paranoia to go on in. The team scaling 2 positions together from backside, from market to mid as well. Really nice execution to come through from Boom.
เป็นไงบ้างมาไม่เจอนานเลย
Back over on can they actually convert the bonus?
หายแล้ว
2-0. That has to be the continued trend here for Boom, right? And they'll get it done. They got to continue forward, understand their opponent, lean in to their knowledge book. Now as this bonus comes on in Komodo, I cannot stress the importance of what it means for consistency on this map in Boom.
I mean, you look at it, right?
อะไรหนักงานหนักก่อนหรือเป็นอะไรหนัก
time where you had such an advantage and you come into this next map without your advantage for your first 2 rounds. You want to be trying to find this round at least cleanly. You want to set up John Olsen for success, which is good. He gets the first kill against Zespi, but there's immediate trade.
Response. Faultline does catch though. The aftershock actually might be a little bit dangerous, but they've just got so much info from this scan. But the Mosh is perfectly
ดูนะครับ2 ตัวในไซด์ครับ
ฟรีวัคซีนมันเลื่อนเหลือ1
right now because the split crunch can come through. PDC to NC Slasher.
Trying to wrap around now. Looking for this control. John
Olsen
into the choke though. The jaws.
แปลก
need to try and get this spike.
โอเค
อุ้ย a little bit too late there and a rogue bullet.
ทะลุเข้าหัวไปดิ
hit PTC Berserks. Really just opting for
เสียแค่2ครับ
Yeah, I mean nobody came over towards the B site right now where it's your own territory running on towards this Cypher.
น้องนัดไปดิครับ
His camera there, so he really is just down to good crosshair.
ทุกอย่างเลยแต่สู้ๆครับ
Timing and positioning.
สวยเสีย2
Starting to scale through the spawn area. This actually could get interesting, but by the time he makes it to align for them, 3 is definitely the pass mark.
Nicely done there by Sushi Boys. 3 alive. Good recovery into the round there. Full Sense. They didn't let them get the bonus.
And it's just what I was highlighting before, right? When teams are running the Sova on this map, it's for a good reason. There's still kind of a lot of different comps that teams are running on the map like Sunset, where you've got teams running the Gecko as comparison to the KO as well, for instance, right? But I always do like the way that the Sova does get played on toward this map as well. I think Fox is someone that definitely you need to be seeing open up the books for Full Sense to just read the story on how these rounds are going to be delivered. Likewise can actually be said for PDC, because I want to see him still continue this strength that he's been able to deploy on Breach on this map.
We're looking to get straight onto that line here. That's a quick one onto John Olsen. He was tagged up down to 60.
And you can see the positioning for Famous too. If there was a secondary player there from Full Sense, the trade would have almost been immediate because nobody was there to back Famous up. So something immediately that they'll have to kind of keep in check. But for now, they've got this player advantage.
ใช่แป๊บนึง F ตอนนี้กี่วิอะ
Busted it all, boom. They just continue to hold that line, shifts his focus back towards market.
And they can too, because the trap wires are still on the B site right now. So as far as Berserk is concerned, he's got all the bases checked.
ไปไหนแล้ววะ
Buying their time now. Aldrone going to go in. Does Famous want to try and break it? If you want to try and fight it, he will. Does get caught though.
It does invite them to come on in, and there's no budging from Boom from the remaining side of the map either. They have to start to think and consider, are they going to actually end over towards this B side at the moment? Finally, you start to see rotations from Shiro over towards this B site.
แท็บอะไรเต็มไปหมดเลยอยู่ตรงนั้นอะ
Still NC Slasher
3 เส้น
mid. Comes down to some crucial timing right now.
ในการโดนดันเข้ามา
Flashpoint. Try and get in towards this B site.
Sushi Boys has been there the whole round, right? Been sitting, waiting patiently. Now they're going to smoke off the cross. Try and get into that position. 3 members here right now. They have to break the trap. But
เอาสวยเลยอย่างนี้
back at the site, the information will be gathered. Now they're just looking to get that spike planted, but they have to swing because of the aftershock, right? Making it awkward now. PTC going to be able to stick this.
Oh,
it's denied. And that is the round done.
วางไม่ทันครับผม
What a time to strike for Boom.
And we saw that be a problem for Boom over on Lotus. When you're leaving these rounds to 20 seconds, you've not cleared any utility on the side itself. When you're playing against a Cypher, for example, you've not baited out a lot of this breach utility, this Gecko utility as well, right? These are the key moments in these rounds that we have to see adjustments start to come on through because of how destructive all of this utility can be at the tail end of these rounds.
ทำไมมันก็ยังถามอยู่ดี
that isn't running a raise, for example. Berserk's trips are a gold mine to have to be shock darted out to bait the utility. You can't get over them unless you're, you know, TPing through as Leviathan. You're not running a jet too. So they almost just always have to be eating some sort of utility. I talk about the trap wires. Berserk special.
X gonna give it to you. John Olsen already in towards the side here, looking at Boba, but Famous gets the catch back. We've seen a trade of impact from both these players, and now it's occurring for them. Fox looking for something, but Famous there to deny. And all of the information is found now.
Sushi Boys doesn't really have an opportune timing of space here right now. Cause NC Slasher is already holding the line. He spotted it on out.
Leviathan's managed to pick up the spike off the back of that from the shadows. Now the wingman doesn't quite connect either, so they're going to have to try and wrap in here, but it's a bit of a chokehold.
Oh, timing again at top of mid. It's going to come down to the numbers, but now spotted and denied. All onto Leviathan.
So much to find. 1 versus 4, not exactly easy. And Zesby, look at the composure here. This time, no cheers.
Yeah, they're realizing as well that that map previously on Lotus, they had a couple of crucial rounds that got the better of them, got away from them. They could have won it out. Maybe even regulation, maybe not even in overtime, right? So they're realizing they've had the discussion with Meow. I mentioned when we cut to his player cam, coach cam at that point in time, we saw him pointing at the monitor, saying things like he knew what had happened, he knew what went wrong. So he would have had a great discussion with them behind the scenes in the map interim to get in towards this one. And so far, I mean, for Full Sense, right?
ทุกทั่วครับสังเกตทุกทั่วการแข่งขันนะทั่วใหญ่อะฟอร์มแต่ละทีบางทีมันก็มีขึ้นมีลงอะเหมือนกับมันเป็นการแข่งขันระยะยาวไงมีการเตรียมตัวเฮ้ยโหมั่วจัดตอนนี้
And now they've got the control of A main, so it's different ideas. This is such a staple play to come through from teams on Sunset. Reach done, Dizzy in, Paranoid. Take the space with the one way.
Bring it in against the eco round as well, right? Capitalizing on the advantage you've already got and building for yourself as Zesby. He is absolutely woken up.
Yeah, for sure. 5 versus 2 now in favor of Boom, and in these sort of scenarios, it kind of is all on to Full Sense to try and dig deep, get back into the round such as this, see if you can find a little lick in the damage. Sure, John Olsen will be given the ultimate regardless of the result of this round.
Have to fall away from those paint shots as well. Don't want to engage. Famous going to reposition as well, but that's a great shot. Nice
โดนสเปกเตอร์ว่ะ
PDC, but it's not really going to matter when Shiro, he's there to
แวนดอล
back up
เจอ
the
สเปกเตอร์
trade.
กอกหัวไป
The leader, got to get him in, got to get him excited as well. You want everybody firing when you are seeing Boom right now. Yeah, I mean, you look to it, it's early in the map. Berserks is what, 3 kills, but he's playing Cypher. They're not coming to his site. It's okay. I am really keen though now to see what Full Sense's retaliation is going to look like. Have they formulated a plan to get a rifle round? Thinking about the new kid on the block, what they want to do. Let's see if they can actually do it on this rifle round now.
มาแล้วครับผม
Already pushing John Olsen in.
เลสไทยครับ
He's
John!
hungry for it. Man, if Zespi can
โอ้
John Olsen!
And he gets out as well. He wants none of
โอ
it.
เค
Meanwhile,
ฟ็อก
Fox on
โอ้โห แล้วฟ็อกซ่อมให้2
third. The spike. You
เข้า
missed
ทุน
it.
ครับ
It's already planted.
Absolutely it is, Komodo, and that means there's just more blood in the
หลังมา
water
1
that we
เล่า
can
หลังก่อนเลย
line up to keep on
เฮ้ย
going. Famous gets stunned, but he will look into it.
โอ้เมื่อกี้แฟดสวยเลยนะ
Again,
เมื่อกี้
familiar with a flash. He's always got eyes on him, this guy, and he will continue.
โอ้โห
Incredible, man. I have no words.
A rifle round again shut down when John Olsen is on the prowl. He has glowing eyes to hunt his prey, but the Wolves bite back. Zespi, huge shot to come on through. You think things will falter when Fox gets the double, but no.
เมื่อกี้ถ้าไอ้เฟมัสไปนั่งนะ กระสุนอยู่ระดับหัวพอดีเลย
And then the defuse starts to get stuck. That is a
ฟองน่าจะได้3
non-conversion on the back of a full sense timeout here. That is a sinker.
Tunnel vision. 1-7 for John Olsen, 1-7 for Leviathan. But this time he is at the helm. He has the overdrive ready if he wants to break it out, but he's got the Phantom in his back pocket.
I think more importantly, PDC with this Rolling Thunder, it's the prime time to be able to just layer that down through the A site and then try and send John Olsen in. You've spotted out through mid that nobody's home. A Dizzy has revealed nada at the moment, but you do hear this drone as NC Slasher now caught.
I go for the mosh here as well, for all sense. Okay. John Olsen manages
โอ้โห
to
นี่
somehow
วิ่งคืน
get between
วิ่งยิงคืน
this
ครับ
position that was being held down by Famous.
Oh, he needs more
Sweet.
than one just there. Will Shiro invest the
นับ
Rolling
2
Thunder, or will they just decide that 2v4 is too much?
Might be too hard for them. But John Olsen, this is his round to kind of get his grip back. Get a re-grasp of this map, of this series.
Tricky spot from Leviathan too. Would you ever expect him to be back
เดี๋ยวเวลา
here?
เต็มพีครับ
Paranoia is going to go out just to keep them invested. They are going for this Komodo at the very least. So just
รู้
trying
แล้ว
to
ว่า
find
อยู่
the damage towards the expiring side of the round.
เมน
They need
2
one pick early. That's the problem, because now Rolling Thunder shifts to bop them off the spike.
Maybe too much, maybe too awkward. It's
There
that
it
position
is.
that we spoke about, and Sushi Boy's finding Berserks. It's going to be a little bit too much here for
บ้า
Shiro.
จัด
He's been a hero in so many of these rounds, but John Olsen, okay. He's a little bit awkward
ได้
with
เสียว
it, but look, that's good damage from Shiro.
Good trade at the end there. You bait out the
ลุ้น
Rolling
เนี่ยไปหน่อย
Thunder
ลุ้น
from
เนี่ยไปหน่อย
PDC. So if that was actually your objective, when you realize that the round is kind of irredeemable at that point
ถึงขนาดโดน
anymore,
ยาดม
you've actually done it quite nice. Oh wait, no, it was the other one.
ใช่เหรอพี่เอ๋ยเรียกผมเหรอ
ใช่
Maybe
เอาไปไหนมาเมื่อกี้
Komodo.
Yeah, okay.
พี่จะถาม พี่จะถามวิไง
Actually, I thought in the chaos
คือเมื่อกี้
that
พี่
was
เข้า
gonna be
ไอ้นี่เดน
PDC,
โทรศัพท์
but
แล้วแบบ
no,
มันไป
well,
ก
it
ด
was
พอร์ต
Shiro's in the mix. So actually, from my narrative saying, yeah, full sense, you know, you got baited to draw it out. No, Boom actually invested something they didn't need to.
อุ้ย
Time he's looking to get straight
แผนพิเศษ
in,
ครับ
Boba is where these two members are trapped up.
เอ้ย
Gonna get info off the back of the trap.
Yeah,
Does
la.
actually get caught
Oh.
with it too, so that's awkward. And that's an opportunity for Famous to strike now, you know. This is John Olsen.
แผนพิเศ
They
ษ
put all their eggs in the offensive neon basket, but unfortunately they are cracking. Easter 6 months away, guys.
Plant down as well. Now PDC actually might use the Rolling Thunder. 5 versus 4. An operator still in the mix, remember, for Famous, but with all of the players in main bar one, starting to go for a little bit of a late lurk, you know, where all this utility can go to.
Oh, this is awkward now as well. That aftershock's going to make it
Oh.
really uncomfortable. Rolling Thunder goes in now. Sushi Boy's able to capitalize on that moment as well. He is really the
อุ๊ย
only
น้อง
one that's
กู
got
อยู่
any impact here in the wingman.
นิดเดียว
Still
นิด
kicking.
เดียว
The
นิดเดียว
wingman's still going. Well,
เอ้า
he can hold it. The little guy.
Denied.
It's off. It's denied. And it's still going. Sushi Boys, can you be the hero in the moment to keep the team moving? Or will it be Zespi who can find the
Hey.
momentum?
The time
It
is
won't
done.
be
อย่างน้อยก็ยังได้ เมื่อกี้ใครเป็นคนยิงวิงแมนทิ้งอะ
The wingman on the defuse. The spy cam didn't actually even see it at that point in time when they switched onto it because of the smoke. So they had to try and go for the peak to still confirm. They still went for the challenge. If they rested on their laurels, if they sat back and they didn't actually go for more spray on it, that would have been diffused in the mix. Oh my.
จริงพี่ใช่ช็อตนั้นแหละพี่เกือบไปแล้วฮะวิงแมนใช่ใช่จริงๆที่พี่พูดมานี่คือแบบเป็นเรื่องที่ดี
อะไรวะเดี๋ยวสตาร์ท
แก้แผนพี่
อ๋อใช่ใช่ใช่
Bit of a lurk through mid, a bit of a lean to start to set up to get
นี่เราดูจอนเป็นไง
นี่ไงเส้นเดิมเฮ้ย
ระเบิดฟอร์มคนนี้
อุ้ยโหตัว2อย่างซิ่งอ่ะตัว2อย่างซิ่งไม่แต่ตอนนี้เอฟกี่วิเอฟต้องบอกพี่ก่อนพี่ถามนานละเมื่อกี้พี่กดพอยไปทีนึงไงจริงกี่วิตอนนี้
Now, very clean in towards the site.
Navi.
Through. I don't think he got hit by the trap wire. He might have looked a little bit high.
เปิดใหม่แล้วเนี่ย
But regardless, the team is there with him.
ฮัลโหลเอ้าไปปิดไมค์ตอนไหนอะฮัลโหลเอ้า
ไงพี่
ไปปิดไมค์ตอนไหนวะเนี่ยไม่คือปกติแคปล็อกไม่มีใช่ป่ะไมค์มันจะเปิดเว้ยแล้วเมื่อกี้คือไฟแคปล็อกมันไม่ขึ้นไงแต่ไม่ปิด
มันมีไฟบอกด้วย
ใช่คีย์บอร์ดให้กดแคปล็อกมันจะมีไฟขึ้น
โคตรเจ๋ง
อันนี้ล็อกอันนี้เดทไม่เล่นพี่แล้ววะแล้วคุยกันอยู่ตั้งนานเมื่อกี้อะไรวะ
เกม5ไปพี่เกม5
สรุปใครคุยกันเดียวเมื่อกี้น่าจะเป็นพี่แหละ
And they'll start to transition over towards this A site where Zespi is just playing a little bit of information game.
Hard read rotation here. Everyone going for it right now.
เหนื่อยเลยนี่ไม่ได้ดูแข่งเหนื่อยนะขำเหนื่อยเลยน้องแอมมันยองครับผม
Microphone activated. No information gathered just yet by
เดี๋ยวจบวินนี้นับวิหน่อย
ได้เลย
Setting up for the fault line as well to try and capitalize upon it, but what does the timing actually look like? There it is for John Olsen. He gets down.
High gear goes in and punished immediately. He's all alone there as well.
Sushi Boy
to follow him up, but look at the control that's being taken by Sushi Boys.
Can you get in towards the B site right now?
นี่แหละครับผมจังหวะปิดเกมได้พื้นที่ครับเฮ้ยเอาดี1สวยมากถอยกันมาเล่นกับเพื่อน4-4ครับวางก่อน5วิอุ้ยสวยอุ้ยโหแปดสวยๆจาก PDC
เขาบอกเร็วกว่าใช่ไหม
น่าจะเร็วกว่านิดนึงจะนับวิ
Not today.
Great recovery to come through from Full Sense.
24
I mean, the opening series for both of these teams as well was a 10-2 defensive structure with defensive damage.
พี่กอแล้วตอนนี้
Right now being close to getting all the more you can on your attacker's side. Gives you a little bit more confidence on the switch up for Full Sense. Not necessarily Boom here if they feel like the momentum is being pulled away from them. If they feel like they're sinking a little bit.
เท่าไหร่ไหมโอเค
So we'll see what they can make in towards this last round. 2 away from a rolling thunder. If you could try to prop that up for Shiro for a potential retake. Don't feel like you have to worry about too much from Full Sense's side with Leviathans from the shadows. But hey, maybe they can relocate quite quickly. Faster up through mid in towards the B split here, Mitch.
For John Olsen. Ramus has been doing really well to kind of stem the bleeding with this individual, right? It's been such a game of cat and mouse between these two.
อุ้ยโดนเนี่ยหลังซ้ายอ่ะอ้าวโหโจนเหลือเชื่อใครเห็นก็ว่าตายครับผมเมื่อกี้แต่ว่าโพสแพน
Sushi Boy's back in that same position where he's able to clutch it out. The wingman obviously still active. Dizzy can't quite find it. Look at this from Zesby. He's in there. He will find the timing.
Oh.
All left on to just one in Fox. And that is the momentum round, the turn of the tides the Boom were looking for. They hold on to the half 7-5.
I was going to say we're looking to be the 6-6 tiebreaker.
แต่ว่า75โอเคอยู่นะ75บุกได้เยอะ
up to that 9-9 mark and then maybe it trails over on towards one of these teams but hey
แต่เมื่อกี้จอนไม่ได้ได้ไงอ่ะ
7-5 over towards Boom. Brazilians though to come back from Full Sense. I really liked the way that they were planning and pathing around the map when Boom weren't really giving them any two overextensions, right? Nothing too up here.
น้องมินี่สวัสดีครับผม
In the world that the
ยังไม่จบป่ะอีก2แมป
They can't get in their own heads.
Living there rent-free is not an option right now. Fault line ready to be brought in. There's the information gathered, and it's a trade back and forth of utility, but it is not a trade of kills, Komodo, but Fox is still here. However, C-Slasher, Tier 1 Dungeon Boss, the Butcher. And now it's on to the Leviathan. A different territory here. One in the fire, one in the ocean. And I don't know if this beast is able to fight up against this Titan team in Boom right now. As that will live up to the narrative there. NC Slasher. He will hack and bruise and bloody the offense of Full Sense.
And for a player who previously in the first half only had five kills, he has sliced and diced his way in towards individual confidence to set up his team for the beginning stages of this attacker's side that they didn't actually have too much explorations with against Naus, mind you, from a 13-3 after a 10-2, and they get one round. So, yeah, good.
You can pinpoint exactly when the Philippines.
มั่วจริงเมื่อกี้มั่วจริง
Yeah, you can. You can.
Same could be said for us when JFT fell apart.
เอาว่ะจอลูกซองครับนีออนดูที่ได้โชว์เปล่าได้ปล่อยของเปล่า
In this one, this is the game to get you to the grand final to try and get in towards VCT Pacific to be the second team as a Thai representative.
This is the game of the competition.
Could very well be.
So much rides on this one, Komodo.
เฮ้ยแล้วโยกป่ะโยกมาเอป่ะ
For Boom, do they invest a Dizzy
โอ้กลับไปบีเหรอ
wingman to try and clear out elbow because you don't have the drone
เอาเอมาเฟก2คน
will have, for example, you don't have the haste that John Olsen can provide you, but they will get shut down from the single.
เฮ้ยอย่าพึ่งหลอกยากหน่อย
But so too to Full Sense.
โอเค
Some form of a read here. Grip still down. Ability ready.
จุดเปลี่ยนคือฟอลไลน์ของ PTC ครับถ้าฟอลไลน์สวย
Maybe a little bit too far forward here. Sushi Boys, he's got the catch, and now he can walk on out. That's a good trade, but Zesby
โอ้โหแม่ง
making sure
ตัวแรกมันหลบฟอลไลน์ดิ
down just yet, but there's 20 seconds, Komodo. They have to push forward. Try and take as much control as Fox will be punished.
นี่แหละจุดเปลี่ยน
John Olsen good for one at the end of it.
โชว์ของหน่อยเว้ยนีออน
at the end of the day for that kill because the round essentially was already done. That's the first two in the half for Boom, and now we get the weaponry to back Full Sense up. Good ideas, as you were saying. Right read, right rotations. Nothing really spotted out over at elbow from John Olsen. They break the dart and they immediately head for the hills over towards the B site, but I think Boom have to start to realize that in these rifle rounds, time is going to be a favor of Full Sense because they really do like to drop it on down to the sub-20 mark. But let's see what this bonus round is actually going to be able to deliver for them, or if Full Sense's first appearance with the weapons is going to be clean.
Boom are excited now. They're activated. See what it means to them. They're finally starting to
การที่เราจะ
really like that from Shiro.
เคลียร์กล้องมันต้องลงทุนขนาดนั้นเหรอ
with that aftershock of a tendency that you kind of know that's exactly where
ลงทุนจัด
placing that. They break the door. There's no solidified information that market is actually, containing any boom.
เนี่ยแล้วเดี๋ยวกว่าจะตีกว่าเดินไปเดินมากล้องรีเซ็ตพอดี
Relatively unshifted here, aren't they? Full Sense. Going to be a big activation from Boom soon.
Well, they start to see that Shiro is leaning towards the B site, so they do have to try and wait.
มันดูเกินไปปะ
One-way stage could be brutal depending on the timing from Sushi Boys.
เคลียร์แท็บใกล้แต่ฟูลเซนแท็บลึกหมดครับเฮ้ยประมาณนึงสวย
มันฝืนจัดเลยมันโดนแท็บมันยังเดินต่อ
มันคือมันจะเอาให้ได้นี่อ่ะโอ้เส้นนี้คุ้มจัดเส้นนี้คุ้มจัดเส้นนี้คุ้มจัดอ่ะ
มันฝืนแบบฝืนมากอ่ะ
Not quite enough, just the bonus as well.
Yeah, just the bonus. But at the end of the day, when you've got Sushi Boys,
ไม่มีมุมยิงไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวเดินไปมอบ
to invite you into the side, you've got to explain, you know, to your team when you're sending in the thrash as NC Slasher that the traps aren't here. They're deeper. Famous, be careful, right? When all of this utility is starting to go on through, Famous isn't focused on what the utility is on the floor. He's focused on making sure he's getting in to try and get the kills. So when he gets stunned up there, he's dazzled and frazzled. He can't get anything happening there. And then the rotations come through from Sushi Boys' teammates.
เมื่อวานผมเป็นกดไหลย้อนเมื่อคืนนี่พี่อาการยังไง
กินกลางคืนเลยใช่ไหม
ใช่ผมลืมไปผมกินแล้วนอนหมอนยังต่ำ
เป็นไง
คืออาการเหมือนแบบมันไหลขึ้นมาใช่ป่ะแล้วผมสำลักแล้วไอ้ที่มันไหลออกมาคือมันเข้าไปในหลอดลมหมดเลย
เฮ้ย
โคตรผมหายใจไม่ออกเลยวัน
เฮียน่ากลัว
เข็ดเลยนี่คือแรงสุดแล้วตั้งแต่เป็นมา
โหน่ากลัวจัดอ่ะแล้วทำไงต้องมานั่งพักแป๊บหนึ่งก็หายอ่ะ
มันนอนจริงนอนเอนหลังสูงก็ไม่เป็นเลยพี่
อ๋อ
ปกติผมนอนข้างบนหลังหมอนมันสูงนะแต่นี้คือนอนโซฟาแล้ว
หัวปักมันไม่มีแบบหมอนอุ้ย
เฮ้ย
มาดิวันไปวันเปล่ามาดิมาวันวีวันโดนเมย์ไปถอยเลย
ฟูบายด้วยรอบนี้เป็นสำคัญครับ
Early pop of the one way as well. 30 seconds to go. If they do start to come back, it could be gone for them. A big pick from Giro though, and it's all going to come down to.
อุ้ยแต่ PTC มูฟสวยอยู่อันนี้มาหลังแบบอันพีที่ครับหวานเจี๊ยบเลย
เฮ้ยอย่าเฮเยอะ
เฮ้ยใครเฮอะไรอ่ะนี่ไง
PTC, he's bought enough time just to try and get the team back into position here. NC Slash is spotted, dinked up, tagged away, Fox will find. And now Sushi Boys looking to get that defusal. It will be secured and Burks will just sit back and see what's occurred.
Yeah, the early picks in the round as well, really big for Full Sense to essentially situate themselves into the round, right? All down to the timing from PDC, not to reveal himself too early, but to give the info to his team on exactly what is happening. You can let the spike go down in that scenario when you're pretty much safeguarded by the fact that you know where the remaining... Well, maybe it would just be for the first time.
อีกคนเล่น ROV ตีป้อม
And it is the lesser weaponry, of course, for Boom. Just famous.
เกมโทรศัพท์แบบนี้
Couple of pistols in there and a stinger, but it's everybody together as a unit pushing John Olsen back. He's actually by himself because there's a plan of action for Full Sense.
แล้วหลังมาแบบ
เฮ้ย
extremely quick flank.
โห
ถื
อว่าเฉียบอยู่นี่
คือได้ทุกอย่าง
เฮ้ย
สวยซูชิ
โอ้โห
ไม่เป็นไรยังมีประเทศมีหลายชิ้น
รวบตึง
ใกล้เข้ามาเรื่อย
ๆอ๋ออินโด MLBB เหรอบอกตรงนะพี่ไม่รู้จักป่ะ MLBB เกมหรอวะ
Full Sense again, their reads on this defensive side, they know the timing, they know the plan of the space that they want to find, the absent positions around the map that Boom do not have a foot even in. We saw it over on Lotus, we're seeing it here now again. It's such a big difference between both of these teams, just this defensive space. And I'm looking at it right now.
โมบายดีเจนแบ่ง
ว่ะเกม5แน่ๆผมตามเกม5ชัดแบบนี้
เราฟอกเอามา1ครับ อุ้ยโอ้โหเจ็บ2เจ็บ2
คนละเจ็บ3เลยเพื่อนเราด้วย
อันนั้นไม่นับ
โอ้แล้วดูมาเอาอินโฟดิแบบดูซูชิเดินดิ
อุ้ยสบายละวินนี้ปั่นป่วนหมดแล้วตอนนี้เสียขบวนปูม
ซูชิมันดักรอเลยเซฟเฟอร์ให้วางไปก่อนมันรวบไอ้หมอนี่ก่อน
โหใช้ชีวิตยากจัดตัวเนี้ยบอกเลยไอ้เบอร์เซิร์กอะ
He pops the showstopper and it's just a fear tactic at the moment. It doesn't need to go any further. He doesn't need to use anything. Doesn't need to get the frags, but the ramp comes in. The flank is occurring now. And John Olsen, all he needs to do again is just keep them entertained. Great paranoia as SB now.
โอ้กำลังดูแผนที่อยู่เลยว่าแล้ว
PTC, Sushi Boys, you have to get moving immediately. One for Sushi Boys. Berserk keeps them entertained.
เวลาไม่ทันแล้ววะ
For long enough. PTC is there as well. And famous. Timing. It's not enough time. Oh, you thought there was a chance.
ไม่เป็นไรได้ตัดปืนหมดอันนี้คืออะไรที่น้อยที่สุด
แต่ว่าการเงินเราดี
Many kills has he gotten in this map right
การเงินดีอยู่
He's got 6, but that is not his
กดดันให้เขาฟูลบาย
ถ้าได้เนี่ยมีสิทธิ์ตีเหมยอยู่มีสิทธิ์ไหลขึ้นมาอยู่
He's pulling the opponents towards him. He is the black hole that gravity propels towards. So he's done a phenomenal job to get them out of that A site, to let his team not only establish a plan and clear the site, before that, but take a little bit of this deeper position as well to catch them off guard in the rotations. And then he doesn't immediately try to get back over to help the team. He comes later to get the frags to help them. When the rotations start to occur, a fresh round though, 10-8 not tied just yet. John Olsen on the operator, and it's no longer a mid exploration for Full Sense. A little bit more mundane. Camera doesn't see him.
โดนจอนดิอย่างเงี้ย
have the idea and a protocol to clear it though, and that's something that Gecko generally gets you the
โดนจอนดิ
บอกอร่อย
Can Dizzy over the top to clear it and re-pick it up?
Did he spot him? Maybe there. I don't know. It's such an awkward line here.
A lot of cover around the map for Full Sense.
มุมดีจัด
ยังไงก็ได้ตัวหนึ่งอะเสร็จฟาสเลนวิ่งขับใส่
ผมคิดว่าแม่งสงสัยวะ
ยังสงสัยเพราะขยับไปขยับมานี่แหละเอ้า
เรียบร้อย
โอ้ไก่ตื่นเลย
ไก่ตื่น
โอ้โห
โยกเลย
ผมจะมาเจอแถบครับตรงนี้เวลาเหลือน้อยเข้าบอมไซเฟอร์เข้าแก๊ปเลยอย่างนี้เฮ้ยสวยซูชิโอ้โหจังหวะ
But it's NC slashing with 2. Now he's looking to get the spike planted with the wingman, but maybe it's the
โอ้แล้ววิ่งแมนวางทันจองตัดได้1
Olsen finds him though in the back end. Now it's a 3 versus 2. The advantage goes back, but guess who's alive? Shiro and Zesby. He can look to find this for the team. He has been the voice. He has been the shot caller.
โอ้ซีบิวโอ้
The sole Singaporean. He stands forward. He looks to do it all for the team. But it's Omen v Omen inside this moment.
โอ้โหโคตรแสบอะ
From the shadows just gives enough information. But Leviathan, he can get onto half here. He can keep going. Leviathan.
เรียบร้อยท่าเยอะ
Oh man, a 1 versus 2 that he sticks it in the dark cover. A brilliant idea to dodge around the from the shadows as well to not be immediately pinged on the floor for the Sam. I'm looking at Shiro there.
เมื่อกี้ตอนที่โอเมนวาร์ปอะบีต้องเตรียมทำอะไรสักอย่างแล้วมันต้องแบบ
มันโลเกินนะ
มันต้องรีโพซิชั่น
Some say the Leviathan is a myth
โอ้เขาโนเฟก
แต่ช็อตนี้นายขยับตัวฉลาดนะไปกู้แบบริมสุดเลยแบบเจตนาชัดเจนบางทีเทียบ
โอ้เราบีบเอาพื้นที่ครับเย็น
เฮ้ย
พาย
แย่แล้ว
ไทยแท้
And they use the neural theft to get the information. They can skedaddle on out of there and focus on our plan. 3 versus 2 now.
ไอพวกนี้ไม่รู้ว่าคนไทยชอบจุ่ม ต้องส่งคลิปให้ดู
PDC has 30 HP. There's a camera that can even see him up in the window. They know what's happening. Boom. A spectacular adjustment to answer back after a previous round that had you won would be on
เจอแผ่นดันไป
Let the crowd tell you this story.
วินน่าซื้อได้อยู่2 คน
PTC shoes right now, hey, having to just choke down a save, having to sit in those chairs with all eyes on you, focusing you down, putting fear into your hearts.
And in this situation as well, what can you say as a leader of established players from Tier 1, of a player who's not been able to make it just yet, but the closest you've been so far in this scenario? And Famous has caught him with the paint shells at the end. So you don't even get to bring a gun into the next round. You are on your knees in this scenario. You are broke. You are begging for an eco to come your way, to keep Boom away.
พอหมดยังอ่ะ
Grand final qualification point.
They are so close to executing this story.
อุ้ยปล่อยเขาขึ้นแท่นเลยเหรอ
It's Boom's town, and we're all living in it.
But they can't get in their own heads right now, Mitch. They cannot be on the step that they have it here and it slips away. You still have to just play the way you've been playing, because on Sunset right now it is working. Preceding utility to clear on the site. They'll wait before they expunge into the site itself. They'll delete this trap, but they're just going in front of it. Oh, yep, he's got
นี่ไงนี่ไง
Massive one from Sushi Boys there because
กระโดดยางไม่ค่อยเก่งครับกระโดดยางไม่ค่อยเก่งเท่าไหร่
A little bit of a tag, but John Olsen, I tell you, he has that overdrive. Komodo, he's going to have to break the trip, and they're going to get that information. The relay
อยู่ที่จอนะวินเนี่ยอยู่ที่จอน่ะอยู่ที่จอน่ะเอ้า
John Olsen has to go huge here, but I think it may very well have been enough. They continue to throw out this utility, and he's going to have that high gear to make it all work here. Komodo, John Olsen, Shiro, and it's the denial. He's not going to be able to find anymore.
ไม่ไหววะ
Once again, it is MC Slasher.
Shiro, though, he's had a little bit of a roughie, but that fault line in was pristine, and the combo of utility for the fault line in there to stall them from getting in. Even the timing on the dark cover from Zespi. These zoomed in spray, yeah, leaves to be desired, but the team is there to back him up. They get the trades, and now it is the moment for Boom.
แต่ว่าซูชินี่คือไม่แผ่วสักแมปเลยเนาะ
they've ever been to Tier 1.
Match series
สักแมปเลยทัวร์นี้
point, and they are going to straight get in.
เฮ้ย
John Olsen to open up with one. NC Slasher will respond.
ไม่เดินต่อ
Will deny, and they settle it for now.
NC Slasher is one away from the crash as well, so imagine if they're able to get this before pathing in towards this B site potentially. It's been great for them these past couple of...
Look at the focus up mid. It's
ยังไงยังไงยังไง
nicely as Famous
โอ้โห
finds another. Berserk gets it.
It's just PDC.
PDC จัดให้หน่อยเว้ยเจ็บหมดแล้ว
Only one who might be able to do this. They're low.
He can catch him.
They are going to try and get onto this site, but if he finds
เคยเห็นปาฏิหาริย์ปะ
you can hear that crowd. You
เคยเห็นปาฏิหาริย์ปะ
right now. But can PTC make this work? The cyber cage. It's going to fade in just a split second.
นี่ไงเคยเห็นปาฏิหาริย์ไหม
That is the spike down.
ประสบการณ์
Looking to get onto it.
อู้ GG ครับผม
The rage, the fury, and the war.
นึกว่าจะมีปาฏิหาริย์
A pack of friends with a mission. They were frenzy in
อุตส่าห์ชงมาไม่จัดให้หน่อยหรอกน้องเอ็ม
to find the jewels. They have won it in an overtime as well.